Hey, oh, almost played again. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to PCG Live. It is your boys. What's going on, boys?
What's up, family?
What up?
What's
What
up,
up?
my dudes?
How's everybody doing today?
Good, man.
Good, good,
Good,
good.
pretty good.
Living the dream, right?
As usual.
Best we can. Best we can.
Yeah. So we got a lot to talk about today. Not a lot, but enough to go through our show today.
Important stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Let's get this out of the way. Kyle, why don't you give us the countdown? Cause it's right. It's right around the corner.
Oh,
Literally.
all right. Well, then I need a little drum roll, please.
You already know.
We are currently 20 days, 15 hours, 49 minutes, and 35 seconds until PAX East 2020.
20 days, man. Vin, why don't you give you a little story while you at it, man? You know they trying to mess you up going on this great trip, man.
Oh,
They trying to
my
mess you up.
Airbnb got canceled due to a leakage in the roof, so we had to get another one.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
They trying to mess you up out here, Vin.
Yeah.
Vin would stay in the shack before he doesn't end up.
Dude,
in
we have
PAX.
plans for our plans, so it's okay. It's
I was
okay.
surprised how Kyle. Was you surprised how cool Vin kept it? Like me and Kyle, like, oh dang, that sucks. Vin's like,
Van actually has previous experience, not him personally, but like last year when I was messaging him. Oh no, was it last? Yeah, it was last year. Last year when I was messaging him, like, "Hey, so our B&B got canceled." It was like 5 days before PAX, and I was like freaking out. I
Yeah.
had to like search everywhere. He was searching for me and all shit. So
I forgot about that. You went through the same thing, but you
Oh, yeah.
you actually really worried. You were the opposite. You were like, oh my god, now I got.
well, yeah, it was like 5 days before, and I was like, "Oh shit."
Yes, sir. So I'm pretty. We got that shit already. You know.
We figured that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
told me and Kyle. I didn't question it. I said, "Fan already got this figured. I could tell by how cool he is right now."
Yeah. Nah. My brother was on it. My brother didn't tell us unless he had a backup plan. So that's how that works. But
Nice.
Yep. So we're good, man. We're good. We're already on our road, ready to go. So
Yep.
happy.
I just got all the money for the hotel,
Nice.
so yeah, I'm excited.
Noise.
And we got PAX news later on in the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let me see. Let's get right into it. I'm just trying to pull.
We're gonna start off with some positive news.
Yes, please.
So, to start off the show, we got Xbox Game Pass for February. The games that they added. They added Final Fantasy 15 and Wolfenstein Youngblood, which Youngblood we already were aware of. I think.
I don't think.
No, it was the other one. The
No, I think they already talked about that being a part of the lineup.
Maybe.
A little earlier, like not too long ago, but and then the Final Fantasy 15 that's a new one. So I wonder if they're including all the DLC with that.
well, what I'm confused about with the Final Fantasy one is, in April, every single Final Fantasy game is going to be on Game Pass. So it's almost like, why did they do 15 now when all of them are going to be on April for free?
So you have it already.
That's true.
You have it early.
I'm about to say why. I mean, why is that a bad thing?
No, it's not. It's not. It just hit me that I forgot that they literally are going to have every single Final Fantasy on the Xbox.
This is true.
So games that are leaving the Game Pass is Rage, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Epic Mickey 2, Jackbox Party Pack 2, and Pumped BMX Pro. Game I'm surprised in that list actually is Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
I'm actually very surprised.
Just download it. I always when they say that it's leaving, if you install it, then it's on your Xbox.
Yeah, you get 20% off. You're getting 20% off. So yes.
Well, those are pretty good games this month. And Death Squared is another good indie game. So
Yes, it is. Death Squid is a very good indie game. Yep. So, anything specific you guys want to talk about with that?
no, just keep delivering.
I'll say a couple good games. Like the choices. Final Fantasy 15 is a good choice and a little bit of a surprise. Wolfenstein Youngblood, like all the other Wolfensteins, I believe, are on Game Pass already anyway.
Yeah.
To be
So
honest, man, I'm actually not surprised by their game list anymore.
Yeah, I know it's got to the point where we become like, oh wow, like before we would get a game like this when it first started, it was like how'd they pull that off? But now it's just like it's almost expected now. Like even remember that game we us three like they showed a I don't remember who showed it off that game Children of Mortia where it's like the family there's a family and they can each character has a different ability and like their family in the game. It's an indie game.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know until yesterday. That game's on Game Pass. It's been out for a few weeks now. And I was like, I didn't even know that game was on.
They add games on Game Pass and they don't make announcements.
Yeah. I'm like, oh,
They do
Children
that.
of
They do
Morta.
that often. Yeah, especially with the indie games.
Yeah,
So
but I'm definitely gonna play that game because we all like seeing that game, so I want to try it.
A little crazy.
crazy. Yeah. So Game Pass is still fantastic. So if you don't have it, I highly suggest getting it.
Yeah, it's the only thing Xbox got going for it.
Actually, Van, do you know what the games for PlayStation this month are?
What, PlayStation Plus?
Yeah, PlayStation Plus. I don't know if you knew or not, because I don't know.
Off the top of
Because
my head,
I wrote down Game Pass, and I was like, I probably should have put the PlayStation Plus ones down.
I'm pretty sure I already got them. It's BioShock the Collection, Sims 4, and Firewall Zero Hour.
Oh,
Which Firewall Zero Hour is no joke. That game is no joke. That game is mad hard. Mad hard.
It's cool. That's free now. People can try it out.
Don't play it online.
Sims 4. He said don't play it online.
Yeah, those dudes, they take that game very seriously.
Sims you gotta be in the mood for.
Yeah.
Well, that's a game that is, it's a in real life game. Like you're literally taking over somebody's life. So that shit you gotta take very seriously. You gotta spend a lot of time.
When it first came out, it was like one of a kind.
What up, Matthew?
When it first came out, it was like one of a kind. Now it's just like Sims.
It's a good game.
Yeah,
Like
it
it is a good game. I don't want to make it like it's a bad game because it's definitely not a bad game. But
I'd rather play Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it's just not my cup of tea.
yeah,
I'd rather play Animal Crossing, Kyle.
Animal Crossing.
Hell yeah.
Shut your face.
Yeah, but honestly, if nobody has picked up BioShock yet, yup,
Yeah.
go get it
This
now.
is your chance.
I only beat the first one. I never got the chance to beat the second one.
Get the collection.
I mean, I own them. So
Never mind.
yeah, I own them. It's just I never got the chance to actually finish it. That's all. I started the second one, which I think the second one is really, really good. It's just I haven't got the chance to beat it.
Would you kindly play the second one, Van?
I just said
2 is the best BioShock to me.
I've never got to play the third one.
Yeah, 2 is the best.
Would you
I
kindly play Infinite?
I
then?
tried it, but I never got to make it very far because I wanted to beat the second one first. So it's a good game. It's a real good game. What am I doing here?
Apparently, the would you kindlys didn't work, Andre.
Would you kindly know?
Would you kindly?
Second topic of the day: Xbox boss doesn't consider Nintendo or Sony as their biggest competitor. Let me
Oh boy.
read a little into this article. Article by Matt Kim in IGN. A new console generation is almost here, but even though there are flashes of the old console rivalry with the imminent release of the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, Xbox boss Phil Spencer says he's more worried about Amazon and Google. In an interview with Protocol, Spencer explained how Microsoft and Xbox see Amazon and Google as the main competitors going forward. This is because those tech companies both have top-end global cloud infrastructures, which Microsoft also has thanks to its Azure platform. I don't want to be in the fight over format wars with Nintendo and Sony, while Amazon and Google are focusing on how to get gaming to 7 billion people around the world. Ultimately, that's the goal. Cloud infrastructure is a multi-billion-dollar industry led by companies like Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure. Although cloud technology is used for a variety of different services like web hosting, the technology has been incorporated into gaming as well. Google Stadia uses Google Cloud technology to stream games to homes, as does Xbox Project xCloud with Azure. In 2019, Microsoft and Sony announced a joint agreement that would allow the two companies to work together on developing future cloud solutions in Microsoft Azure to support their respective games and content streaming services. All right, so there's a couple things that I want to specifically point out in this that kind of makes Phil look bad is it's this type of shit that Xbox does that ends up ruining their console launch. Making comments like this is really, really dumb and is unnecessary, in my opinion. And all it does is it makes your fans of your company think that you're going in the wrong direction. Now, example, Microsoft, when they came out with Xbox One, what did they say? They said entertainment. Entertainment is their number one goal, right? Everyone took that shit to heart and said, well, what about games, right? So I get it. You have the games in heart, but as soon as you start saying things like Google, which Stadia failed tremendously, and then Amazon, which haven't even had their game platform actually lifted off any kind of ground besides like cell phone mobile games, you are immediately already putting yourself behind the game because you see yourself with competing against two companies that mean absolutely nothing right now. And I get it. You want to be ahead of the game in that field, but you don't need to announce that they're competitors because a competition is somebody that's head to head. You need to worry about Sony and Nintendo right now. For one, you need to worry about Sony because Sony's kicking the shit out of everybody. I mean, Nintendo, because Nintendo's kicking the shit out of everybody with the sales that they have right now that are record breaking, at the time frames that they're selling at. And people are, that clearly shows people are content not being on the cloud. Right? People are very content not being on the cloud. Now you can say, "Hey, we're trying to change the game with the cloud gaming," but to say that you don't see Nintendo, just making that comment, saying that you do not see Nintendo and Sony as your competitor, like that's extremely silly. I don't want to say you're an idiot because Phil Spencer by no means is an idiot, but he says stupid things, and this is one of those things. Like, what is that comment? And when I read the title, I was like, "There's no way IGN is like these reporters are taking this stuff way out of content and just
I
trying to
thought the
make you
same thing.
read." And I read it, and I'm like, "This is the most disappointing article I've ever read."
Yeah.
With comments by him, quoting him.
I just gotta get it out of the way because I know Andre's got a lot to say about this one.
No, I
So,
don't. I don't.
well, so to me, when Phil makes a comment like this, it's almost like he's throwing in the white flag
Mm-hmm.
pertaining, obviously, to Sony and Nintendo.
Kinda,
I mean, well,
kinda.
all right, think of it this way:
Yeah.
he's
what it is.
already given games to Nintendo,
Mm-hmm.
basically handed him over. He handed over Cuphead. He's handing over the Outer Worlds. What else am I missing? I'm sure I'm missing something else. He let Banjo go into Smash.
Super Lucky
He's
Tale.
I honestly think he's thrown in the white flag, and he's like, you know what? We're not going to beat him. So we'll let Nintendo have a couple of our games. Oh, Ori. I'm sorry, Ori. Both of them will probably be on the Switch eventually. I know the first one is actually the second one will eventually be on there, but I don't know where Microsoft's going. Like I get, they want to do the whole xCloud thing and stuff, and it's
Which
doing
is fantastic.
hard,
I
which yes,
love the
it is.
xCloud. I love the xCloud. I'm not saying like insulting xCloud because like, if they do want to make a change, like by all means, that's the way to go. Like
Oh yeah,
I think the xCloud gaming is going to be a phenomenal thing, especially with Game Pass as well. Like they're headed in the right direction. They clearly are. That's going to be what separates them from Nintendo and PlayStation.
they're heading in the right direction on some things, but not everything. Let's
Not
put
that
it.
comment.
Well, not that comment.
Yeah, not that comment.
xCloud.
If you think that Amazon and Google your competitors,
Okay,
like yeah, okay, they're in the running, but dude, they have a long way to go.
what running? What running are they in?
I mean,
Which one's worse?
Google's already there. Like they already have the platform and stuff like that. So all they have to do is just deliver what they're saying that they're going to deliver. Like that's the only thing they're missing. They got the platform there and everything. Just deliver.
I mean, you're right. Google's there.
Where's Amazon? I don't know where Amazon's coming from. Why? Because they have a cloud platform?
Maybe.
I guess, but like Amazon, there's nothing for Amazon yet. I mean, Google's there, like you said, but they're just there.
They're there, but not there.
They're there, but they're not there.
Like they're in the building, but they're in the bathroom.
They've been in, yeah.
They're not in
They're taking
line.
a long dump right
They're not even in line. Like they're in the bathroom, thinking about getting in line.
They Stadia's doing nothing right now, like literally nothing.
it is
And
stable.
then xCloud's doing well in beta, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'm
Game
very
Pass,
happy with what they're doing.
yeah, absolutely. Game Pass is already proven to be very well because it was a desperate move at a time that they needed to make, and
Uh,
it's a great move. Mixer's still a problem, though. I will say that. I know it's probably not in his jurisdiction, but that's still Microsoft.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Mixer's still kind of a problem that there's a lot that they need to fix in the platform. And I know we're on the platform right now, so I hope you're listening.
We're on
Um,
all platforms. We spread our love
well, I know that,
equally.
but we're on Mixer too, so it's like, I hope you're listening. But anyway, there's that. But again, where's the games? Like you bought all these studios. I get it. You printed. Yeah, but I say you have friggin' Hellblade 2 coming out as like I don't know if it's gonna be at launch for the Series X, but you have that. You have Halo. But where? I mean, all right. Let me correct myself. Not where are the games? Where are the exclusives? There's nothing.
We
There's
already,
nothing, and there's not going to be any exclusives
yeah.
at launch. And who knows how long they're gonna because pretty much we've concluded that the words exclusive and Microsoft no longer exist.
Mhm.
So it's like, what are you doing? You need to bring something to sell this system. Otherwise, what's stopping people from going and get Halo Infinite or Hellblade 2 and putting it on their PC?
Mhm.
We have the 20 series out already and rumors of the 30 series already. It's like people are going to build PCs and they're not going to buy your freaking system because there's no reason to buy it.
Mhm.
There's no reason. You
Mhm.
don't have any exclusives.
Mhm.
All your exclusives, even Gears and Xbox, Gears and Halo, they're not exclusive anymore. So how are you selling your system? And how are you going to and how are you going to compete in the hardware market? The fact is, the way they're going, they're not. And to me, again, this looks like they've given up. And Sony and Nintendo basically have said, well, it's a one-on-one race now, so
Yeah.
but that's all I have to say. Let me get
Um,
my hold on, Andre, before I got my snacks ready. So go ahead.
uh, it's one of the moves, where with any console, if any of our consoles do something stupid, we usually, you know, we try to defend it. But it's one of the moves like you guys know how much I like Phil Spencer, man. But the hard part with Phil is that he'll do something real great, like he'll announce something real great. Like we all applaud them for coming out with the Xbox at the time it did. It could have did it at its own show, but decided to do it at the Game Awards where everybody's watching, everyone's hyped, everyone's like, okay, I'm cool with this. It had way more positive feedback than negative. But then you come and shoot yourself in the foot with comments like this. It's just pretty much saying the first thing that came to my mind is what you just said. This is throwing in a towel, man. Like it's almost like when you say, "Don't worry, we want our exclusives on all across. We just want our stuff accessible." It's almost like saying they already threw in a towel when they stopped telling the sales. Like we don't even know how many Xboxes have sold up to this date. We only know how much players are playing, but that doesn't mean that it sold that much. So you already threw in a towel then. No one even knows how much Xbox sell. Then you come out with the Xbox SAD. Then you come out with the Xbox One X. The Xbox One X is powerful, but there's no games to play on the power. And then you say you're not paying
It's not for
attention.
everybody.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Then you say the Xbox One X not for everybody. But then what made it worse is we didn't even talk about. A few weeks ago, he said the same thing when he announced the Series X. He said that you don't need a Xbox Series X because the games that are on there will be playable on the Xbox you currently have. So what am I getting it for? Just to upgrade my graphics? I don't even think there's a consistent enough 8K TV right now. Like I don't even think there's a TV that can push 8K constantly. Like what are you talking about?
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, so I'm only getting
Especially
this
that's
to.
affordable.
I always said this. All you have to say is Hellblade and Halo. This is all you need to start. Hellblade and Halo are only on the Series X. You already sold the system. From there, you may not sell millions, but you sold the system. And the first deal. But you're telling me that you can play Hellblade, Van can play Hellblade, you can play Hellblade on the PC because it's not an Xbox Series X exclusive. It don't make no sense. Hold on, let me see. Don't get me started. It's just
Matt said, Andre's straight sad right now.
You know what? It's not sad. It's more of a disappointment, man. Like it's like I said, I hate when they take a big step forward, and then and then what makes it bad with Xbox is if PlayStation takes a big step forward and then they mess up, they don't take a huge step back because they don't do them constantly. Like Xbox does this every 2-3 months. They'll be like, hey everybody, guess what? Game Pass, you get these 10 games, and then next month they'll be like, hey everybody, the next Xbox isn't for everybody.
Like I just so my thing with this whole like Xbox stuff, and it's only been since like the Xbox One, and if you think about it, all the other Xboxes, they never did a lot of talking. They never did a lot of talking at the conferences. They kind of just did whatever they did. They showed whatever they showed, and then that was it. No one did a lot of talking. Sony's executives are very good at talking. They're very good at selling their product and knowing what gamers want. I'm sorry. So far, if we look back, and this is something we really need to talk about sometime, Microsoft does not know how to sell their product.
They don't.
Their marketing team is absolutely awful. Now, and the reason why I say this is like, and I've never realized that until literally just now. Like, Phil, like, why would you say things like this isn't for everybody? Like, I think that's a statement that is very obvious, but aren't you trying to sell your product? Like, you want to make people feel like they have to buy it. Like, that's the whole thing. And I get you never want to – everyone's trying this different marketing scheme. Everyone tries to be psychologists and be like, well, you know, as a gamer, you don't want to make someone do something. No, of course not. That's a statement that doesn't mean to be said. But when you're selling your product, this goes with everything. When you're a car salesman, right, you're not thinking about, hey, this person might not want to buy this car. You're trying to convince this person to buy that car. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you're saying all the good things that are positive that will get them to buy the car. Now, obviously, there's going to be some side effects to it. You don't. It's just like saying, like, well, this console's not for everybody. Let us, the gamers, decide that. Because as soon as you say that, it's going to shut people off.
It's going to be like, well, he did say it.
Yeah.
It's like it ain't like it's me making up the console sucks. He said it himself.
And I hate to say small things like that and saying that determines your sales, but in reality, in business world, that's the way this world works. Apple doesn't say, hey, this product is only for people that are rich. You know what I mean? Because that's obvious when you can't afford a goddamn product. You know what I mean? But you make those that don't have money want to get the money to spend it. You know what I mean? Like, you make them want to get the money to spend it. It's all in how you market. And Xbox has not learned that yet. They have not learned that how they present their product to the customers is what determines some people to buy it. Now, do they make a good product? Yes, they make a good product.
Every time. They just don't utilize it.
Everybody makes a good product. There's no gaming entity that makes a really bad product. And when I say gaming entity, I don't mean like the publishers, because there's tons of publishers that make bad entities. But like, I'm talking about Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft. Those three major companies have never made a bad product. The Wii U was not a bad product. No. It was not a bad product. It was marketed awful. That is what made it the bad product.
And that was the difference in the Switch and the Wii U, because the Switch was constant. It was like they stayed constant. They had commercials. They had live play. They made sure people knew what the Switch was. Even with the famous
the snap.
Just things like that. And you know what you said is so true. Even at E3, like you said, the cloud is a really, really great thing.
It's awesome thing.
No one's ever come out with it and said, here, look, let me show you how it goes down.
Yeah.
Hooked it up and literally started playing, showing you.
They're not just that. They're not talking about it enough. They're not promoting it enough. They're not throwing it down our throats.
People didn't know it was free. Like, everyone's assuming there's a price. People don't even know. You just need a phone and the clip and the controller.
So I'm going to use music as an example, right? I was never a good rapper. You want to know why? Is because I didn't have confidence in selling myself. And that was a reality, and I knew it then. I knew it now. To be a musician, you have to have swag. But not just music, like, because you can be a classical music star, you don't need swag. Yeah. As a rapper, it is important and key as a rapper to have swag. You need to have full confidence in yourself and feel you are the best rapper. That is the only way people will listen to you, is if you have that confidence. And it's not that I didn't have that confidence. It's I never could market myself as a rapper because that's not who I wanted to be, which I accepted that, and that's why I stopped rapping. You know, I'm not saying I was the greatest, but I'm just saying like in general,
Compared to hearing some of these rappers, you could be like,
there are bad rappers that
yeah,
can
but they
make
do have
themselves
the
good.
swag that can carry.
Right, exactly.
But
So with saying that, that's the way it is. So when you as a gaming company feel like, hey, we make a good product, that's what we do, and you want to buy us, it will get people to be like, maybe I should buy it. There was never a bad Sega system. You know what killed Sega? Sega's PR. That's what killed Sega. That's why Sega never survived as a console.
it's true.
I was a Nintendo fanboy, and of course back then I'm going to say Sega sucked. And there are certain aspects of Nintendo that I can say, yeah, this is why Sega sucked. But I mean, together as a system, that was a good product.
Yeah.
Every console they came out with was a good product. And Dreamcast is even possibly one of the best products that is existent
Dreamcast was way ahead of its time.
in the freaking console, because that caught up to PlayStation almost 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's not always the product, it's how you sell your product. Bad businesses succeed every day because of how they promote themselves and their product presentation. That's what does it. Microsoft right now, the reason why you're not successful is because of your product presentation. If you weren't Microsoft, you would have failed a long time ago.
That's true, man.
A long time ago.
That's true.
PlayStation Now is just recently been promoting since December. Nobody even knew PlayStation Now existed.
Yeah,
They
very true.
just started the commercials and stuff and pushing hard.
Yep. So that's the real talk of like what the problem is with Xbox now.
I can agree 100% with that.
Xbox did better when they didn't promote themselves. Now that they're promoting themselves, it's like they're sticking their foot in their mouth every day. Every day they're saying something, and it's just like, what? It's just like let the product sell itself. Let the product. That's what I do with PCG. I let the product sell itself. I hate talking about Platinum City Gaming. I hate going places and trying to sell Platinum City Gaming. I don't do that. You know why? Because I let the people that come and experience here do the talking for us. Because let me ask you something. If I was to go up to you, and Andre was to go up to you, right? And I was talking about Platinum City Gaming and talking about how great it is, knowing I'm the owner, and then Andre going up to you and talking to you how great Platinum City Gaming, as a customer, who are you going to have more faith in? Of course I'm going to talk it up. People come in here and they go, oh, what do you think of the place? And I'm like, it's my business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not insulting them, but I'm like, if you want an honest opinion, you know what I mean? Don't ask me. Ask from a customer standpoint, because everything I do within my business is something, if it's a product of what I made, it's the reason why I'm making it is because I believe in that. So that's why I'm going to say is I believe in this and it's a good product. But it's up to the customer to feel that way. Let the customer decide what's going to be good and what's going to be bad, even on the bad aspect. Stop saying that. You know what I mean? Stop saying that. And this kind of goes off from this specific article, because he's not saying that Xbox is a bad product. He's just saying they're not competing against Sony and Nintendo.
They want the phone users and
And that's scary.
Yeah.
That should be scary for you Xbox
That's what I'm
users,
saying.
because this
That's what I'm
goes back to the theory that we've been talking about. Is Xbox going to more as a service than a console?
Yeah.
And you guys better be fucking terrified. Fucking terrified right now, because that is a scary fucking comment to make.
Yeah.
What boggles my mind with this whole thing is this: 2 generations ago, it was 360 versus PS3 versus Wii. Now, granted, the Wii won only because, and I'll be honest about this, the only reason the Wii outsold both of them is because of what it was catering to. It was like everybody can play it, and literally everybody was playing it.
On top of the price was very competitive to the other ones.
Correct.
But like, it was fun. Like you said, it was family fun. So families at that time, gaming was just starting to hit its stride at PlayStation 3. So that's what I agree with you there.
Right. That's the only reason why it outsold. So if we were to realistically take, like, between hardcore gamers, Wii versus 360 versus PS3, you know which one wins? The 360.
Yeah.
360 easily.
That was like,
way better
the
content.
360 was white hot.
The 360,
When it came out, everybody was buying
It was
a 360.
groundbreaking. It was groundbreaking.
Like, so many of my friends, like, we'd be going online and playing on 360, and all these games came out. Gears of War debuted on there.
They had such
So,
a better online infrastructure, and,
Yeah.
and that's what made them so popular single-handedly. And they had a lot. They did have a lot of games that were specifically for them, but the online infrastructure, I believe, was their
They invented the
mail
party.
ticket.
They invented the party and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
they invented the party system. The online was great. You had to pay for it, but
It was
but
worth
it all
it.
worked. But it was worth it, and
Yep.
it all worked out.
Yep.
But
yep.
the other thing too that they had was good exclusive games.
Yeah, they
You
really
had,
did.
I mean, you had your Halo and you had your Gears, but you had other great exclusive games on the 360. I'm sure Andre can rally them all up.
There's too many to go through on 360.
Call of Duty, Call of Duty,
It
hit
was
their
way
stride.
bigger. It was way bigger. Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 1 and 2 were
All
way
Call
bigger
all
on
Call of
360.
Duties were way better on
360.
they sold better on 360.
Yeah.
Just
Sold-
because of what?
The online.
Online gaming.
Yeah.
because of online gaming.
They made grouping so much easier.
Yeah, they made it so much easier. The controller was arguably one of the best controllers
Yep.
out there.
Especially for shooters.
It all worked. It all worked. So what the hell happened between the 360?
It was like
And the
Vance.
X-
It was
and
like
the
Vance
Xbox
said,
One.
Kyle.
Yeah.
That's what Vance said, Kyle, is going
Right.
that
That's when they started talking.
That TV era.
Right.
That's when they started talking like,
Well,
"Hey,
that's-
we're incredible now."
That's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
It's like they got so big and so egotistical that they were like, hey, we got this game thing figured out already.
Mhm.
So we're just going to sell this new system based off of entertainment because it's the one and it's all in one.
Yep.
So they do that. And then they say, well, our new technology of the Kinect, which obviously wasn't working on the 360, they come out and go, oh, it's kind of mandatory to use it on the
Yeah.
Xbox One.
It was at first. It really
It
was.
was.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was. It was mandatory to use the Kinect. You had to buy it with the Kinect, otherwise it wasn't going to work that well.
Mhm.
And then they had the whole online freaking thing where I had to always be online, and it's like
I'm gonna make sure no one just
That
died.
scared people.
it's like I just don't understand what they did between then and the Xbox One, and somehow 7 years, closing on 7 years after the Xbox One release, it's like they didn't learn anything.
Yep.
Like, what are you doing here? Listen, you need your exclusives, okay?
Yeah.
Like, you cannot, no matter when, go into an era of gaming thinking that you can get away with, oh, we're going to share our game with Nintendo and Sony, and we're not really going to have exclusive. No, it's not going to work.
There's no reason to have
Stadia,
it.
I guarantee you, and I already know they already started this. Stadia is going to have their own exclusives.
Oh yeah.
They'll have their own exclusives. Xbox is like, we're going to have exclusives. Well, you're not going to sell anything because at the end of the day, let's say you can have the same games for the Xbox One or whatever, Xbox Series X, the same exact games for the PS5, but Sony's still going to blow them out of the water because you're still going to have your God of Wars.
Yep.
May have Uncharted. I don't know. I think that series is done anyway. But you're going to have your God of Wars. You're going to have your Horizons because I guarantee you they're going to have another Horizon.
Oh yeah.
You're going to have another Last of Us coming out soon, but they're going to redo it for the PS5.
Yeah.
You're going to have your Last of Us. You're going to have so many other friggin' exclusives on the PlayStation that it's going to beat them again.
Everyone gets mad because of what PlayStation says with the whole crossplay thing, but yet notice their popularity just keeps rising and rising and rising and rising.
It's because they're gaining Xbox users. Like all the people that were on the 360 era, you can ask anyone. Anyone that was on the 360 era switched to the P4. Like majority of PlayStation users now, they switched from the 360, and when they heard the 2013 big downfall, they said, "No, I'm going to PlayStation." And now it's just been because they're like, "I'm giving up on Xbox. If I'm playing a system that doesn't have exclusives coming out for it, what am I playing it for?"
I don't want a system that takes up half my top of my TV
For
shelf.
nothing. At least be doing something if you're taking up my shelf.
Yeah, a lot of space.
At the end of the day, realistically, why do you buy a system? You want the exclusive games. Why do you think people buy Nintendo? because you know what exclusives you're going to get. You're getting your Marios, your Zeldas, your Metroids, your hopefully Star Foxes. You're getting your Mario Kart. You're getting all these franchises. Smash. All these franchises on Nintendo. And you're still getting third-party stuff. Maybe not all of it, but you're still getting third-party stuff on the Switch. That's what people are going to buy and I'm telling you right now, the Series X ain't going to do shit.
I want to know how. I want to know. So the only thing that can save Xbox, the actual next system, only thing that can save it is if they come out and say, because they already had an article that said they plan on exclusives will start coming out for the Series X maybe 2 years from now, which I hate that idea. So if you say that 2 years from now, exclusives are going to start coming out for the Series X, to me it's almost like saying, don't buy the system right now. Just wait for 2 more years after the launch of the system to actually play a game that's exclusive to it that you could play on the PC at any time.
But
that doesn't make sense to me, man.
Yeah. But the question is also, what exclusives are you getting?
Exactly.
What are you going to get? Is Gears 6 going to be an exclusive?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know. I mean, Gears 5 is playable on PC already. We don't know.
Speaking, you're talking about Gears, you might as well go to the next thing, because
Halo might not be either. Halo's about to come out soon.
Yeah.
There's no release date, but it's about to come out soon. I guarantee there's not 2 years left on that.
Nah.
That game's almost ready.
I think they're gonna say it launches with it. Once
They
again,
might.
it's gonna launch with the Series X, but you can just play it on your PlayStation. I mean, PlayStation. Maybe it will be PlayStation.
Oh, geez.
You can just play it on your PC too.
Yeah.
Now, if they say Series X launches with Halo and it can't be played on anything beside the Xbox, that's different. And it doesn't have to just be Series X. I'm talking about Xbox in general. If you do that, then yeah, because Halo was Xbox's mascot. But if you're talking about you can play on PC launch day, I don't even want to hear you can play on PC in the next year or so. I want to hear straight Series X. Not one of them things that Van hated they used to do with the Xbox. Timed exclusive.
Yeah, like that shit drives me crazy.
That joint better say Hellblade 2 and Halo Series X only. You do that.
Games like Call of Duty and multiplayer games, I don't mind it being cross-play and being across all systems because then you can play with your friends.
Yeah.
But like you need some exclusivity with some of these solo games.
Why
like,
you buy all these studios, Van?
why am I going to spend $400 on a system, to play something I can play on something I already own? That doesn't make any sense.
Van, why?
It doesn't make sense.
Van, why did he buy 19 studios in the past few years? That's what I'm asking. Why buy those 19 studios to make exclusives that aren't exclusives? I don't understand that.
But
like,
that's
my
why they don't. So they bought those so they can make more money off of the other game companies. And that's what I'm starting to realize. When this whole time Xbox fans thought like, man, we're getting these studios and we're getting exclusives. That is what everybody thought as soon as they seen these platforms
because the reason why everyone thought that because that's what Phil said.
And come to find out,
but then come to find out, no, this isn't you. PC, phone. If you think about this, this is
Matt's
really bad.
right with this comment.
If you think about this, this is pretty true. What's the point of buying a PC or Xbox if I can just use this and get an Xbox controller and then just get Game Pass on my phone?
Yep. So Matt says if Halo goes to PlayStation, that would be the death of Xbox, and I can't agree with him anymore. Like.
Oh yeah, that would.
That's 100%. 100%. That is Xbox saying we are done making consoles.
Oh yeah.
We're done. We're done. This is the last Xbox. Hi, Ice Fox.
If it goes to anything other than if it goes to I put it like this: if the next Halo Infinite launches, but you can get it on PC same day, Xbox already dead to me. I want to hear this next. We know it's going to be at E3. We know it. And Phil just said the other day, there's a few studios. They got some new announcements of games, but it doesn't matter what you announce. They even showed that game at the Game Awards made by Rare that looked like the girl in the forest and all that stuff. Guess what? The game looks good from cinematic trailers. But what happens if that game isn't just on Xbox? If it's on PC too, then it's an irrelevant game. That's my big issue. So like I said, with this Series X, I want to see Halo Infinite only Xbox. Because I'm fine with it playing across all Xboxes. I'm cool if I can play the new Halo on my Xbox now or the Series X. What I'm not cool with is if you can play it on your PC and you don't have an Xbox. I'm not cool with that. I know some people are like, oh, it's a better, like every PC person I talk to, they love it. Of course they're gonna love it because it's like, well, I get best of both worlds. I don't love it. I don't got no PC games.
Mm-hmm.
Very
I don't
true.
want to hear that mess, man. Like I said, and then this news we got next that Kyle's gonna bring in because that's his boy. It goes right into something else big,
Yep.
which is your boy Kyle. Talk about it, man.
So, next, hold on one second. I clicked out of Asana for some weird reason. Oh,
I do
boy.
that all the time.
I don't know why I did that. Okay, so we're gonna take a mini break from Microsoft because we'll be back to them in a minute. So once again, the Nintendo Direct rumors have been circling the internet. Heavy rumors that not one, but two Nintendo Directs might be happening in the month of February.
Nah, it won't be two.
All right. So the rumored general Nintendo Direct is likely to air next week, and Nintendo is reportedly organizing a Nindy showcase next month as well. Over the weekend, this is from WCCF Tech. Over the weekend, we reported on some tweets from Nintendo leaker and Spiel Times journalist Sabi, who said that Nintendo will be airing two Nintendo Directs this month. One of them will likely be a Direct dedicated to the upcoming Animal Crossing New Horizons, while the other one is set to be a general Direct. The initial info about the two Directs this month came from Reset Era user and verified insider Zippo, which info was backed up by Sabi. So, I'm not going to get deep into this article. So, let's put it this way. As a Nintendo fan, the thing with Nintendo is you've got to watch their patterns.
Mm-hmm.
You really got to watch their patterns. So, Ice Fox, have a good night, by the way. Every year, pretty much, routinely, they have a Direct in February. Minus the 1 year, I'm going to say, minus the Switch launch, where they had their presentation in January. But usually this is when they have a Direct. They always have an early Direct in February to discuss what's coming up in 2020. I wouldn't be surprised if they did have an Animal Crossing Direct, because I'm sure there's a lot to that game that they need to explain. It's coming out soon. So I would not be surprised. It's going to be a very I don't want to say large game, but there's going to be a lot to do in that game. They'll probably talk about the seasons and what you do in different seasons, what you can do, to build certain things and all this other stuff. I'm sure they'll talk about all that stuff for Animal Crossing. So I would not be surprised if there's an Animal Crossing Direct. And definitely won't be surprised if there's a general Direct. But the question now becomes, bless you. The question now becomes, and we can now play, prediction time here between the three of us. What exactly are they going to discuss in the general Direct?
I don't believe the general Direct, but I agree with you with the February pattern. I'm 100% sure they're going to do an Animal Crossing one. I feel with Animal Crossing being right around the corner, it's time to get it out there, let everybody know what's going down. I mean, they've done a lot of trailers, but give everybody the idea. I've been hearing a lot of complaints about some cloud saving thing that's been going on with it because I'm hearing you can only do one island per Switch. You can't transfer over, and a lot of people are mad because if your Switch breaks, then you literally don't have your island no more because you can't reload your island up. And they're doing that for hack reasons and people doing their little cheats and all that type of stuff and time skips. But other than that, Animal Crossing has to be explained a little more. We need to see a little bit of what they're doing with the online feature they were talking about. And other than that, I mean, I don't see what else they would talk about. Like, if they did a general Direct, I feel like there's no reason to do that yet. They still got so much heat right now, there's really no reason to push for. They just gave us Sword and Shield, and that was long. They're giving us Animal Crossing, and that's going to be a big seller. So, I mean, what else do you talk about for in the same month? Like, I don't see that happening.
I think if you get general, they talk Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Again?
Yeah. Not a lot. I just that's what they do.
Oh, one of the things in there.
Yeah, they definitely mention very, very little bit about it. They drop a couple more Pokemon because remember they didn't tell you all the Pokemon. They just showed you drawings of Pokemons. That was a big thing about the DLC that everyone was so overwhelmed with what was happening. But at the end of the day, they didn't really show many Pokemon. They kind of just showed drawings of the Pokemon in the background. You know, the Blastoids and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
we get to see a few more of those and officially announce it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think they talk Animal Crossing. I think they talk a little bit just about how well Smash is doing. But they don't talk about anything with the next DLC or anything like
No,
that.
they have to, Vin. They owe us to that. Even he admitted
They
that it
don't.
was. You see what he admitted that it
They
was a
won't.
bad. It was that there's too many Fire Emblem characters.
They won't.
He's actually said that. He came out
Yeah.
and said that there's too many Fire
It's
Emblem
done.
characters.
It's done. I don't think they do it. So
I don't know, Vin.
Um,
I can already pre-order the season pass right now.
I think they
Yeah,
talk. I
very
think they
good.
talk Orica.
Which one?
I mean, Breath of the Wild too.
Hell no, Vin.
I think
Stop,
they
Vin.
talk Breath of the
Don't
Wild
do
too
that.
because they already talked big last E3, so they talk a little bit more. Like they're not going to show a lot, but they're going to talk a little bit more.
I mean, I would love if they
And then the rest will just be little things like
did. Indies.
things that I'm kind of I would get mad and may say that it's a bad conference. Then I think about it later and I'm like, it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
But I think they need to talk online.
That's all I really care about.
They will never.
They need to, Kyle. They can't not never. They need
Alright.
to.
They talk
No,
more.
but-
Hold on,
but-
wait. And there's one more thing. They talk more SNES games.
Do you think they add another virtual console? Or you think they save that for E3? Like another add-on?
What?
For virtual console, do you think they add
No,
another?
no.
Okay.
That's an E3.
Nope. Okay.
thing. Are we gonna be way at Kel show? Are we gonna be at E3? No.
Nah, PlayStation ain't going. Plus,
PAX East, yes. I think
PAX
that.
East will
I
be.
think if that's what you're asking, yes, we'll be at PAX. No
Yes.
E3. We decided that we're gonna try to go to PAX West. PAX East, yes, we'll be there. We'll be
at
there.
PAX East.
Yep. If you see us, come by, take a picture with
PAX.
us, party with us, hang out.
All right, just listen to me on it, all right? Just hold on,
Good.
because you know
I'm interested in what you think is gonna be in it,
it's your
cause
company, bro.
right. See, this is why I love the three of us, because we're all different. Like you got Sony, Microsoft, and the Nintendo.
I know what were the
Love it.
chances, right?
Listen,
I didn't talk a whole lot. about something.
I'm that weird. I'm a weirdo. I'm that weirdo that like kind of knows Nintendo's patterns right now. There's gonna be a general direct. There's no way there's not gonna be. Like last month, people were rumoring it, and I'm like, no. I was like, there's no way. They don't do it in January. It was a rare thing when the Switch came out.
Yep.
But definitely this month. I definitely think there'll be a general direct. It's been heavily rumored. I definitely think there'll be a general direct. What I think will come out, I think I'm going to throw a little whatever, and you guys are going to disagree. I think that they throw out a Smash character. in this direct. I know it's. I know.
I think they do too, man. I think because they got to make up for thing,
What?
man. I feel like they really are going to throw out a
I
Smash
think
character.
with the start of the new, they won't tell you when it's going to get released. It's not going to be for a while, I think. But they're going to reveal a character. I think that will happen. A lot of people are talking about Breath of the Wild 2. Some people are saying it might be a 2020 release.
Which I've
I
said.
totally disagree.
No, November. Get
I-
ready.
I don't think.
I
this is-
said November.
There's no way it's going to be a 2020 release. I'm telling you right now.
All right,
If it is,
man.
I'll be dead. I'll be shocked.
All right, man.
Because here's the thing. If it's a 2020 release, right, and they just said last year that it was now in development, that means what has really changed in the game?
I don't think they're going to change too much. I feel like they said this is the format they want, so there's really
Right.
not too much more to do. Like,
But Andre, here's the thing: what have you been clamoring for the next? Zelda
I
game?
know.
What have you been wanting?
I know.
You want your instruments.
I do.
You
I
want
really,
your temples.
not just
You
me.
want
I think
your Ganondorf.
you and Van too. You act like you wouldn't want the instruments back in Zelda and the unbreakable weapons.
That would be nice.
I never said that I did not. As I put the finger on, I never said that I didn't want. I do want it. But it scares me if people are saying that this is going to come out this year, because now I'm thinking this is going to be like Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
like
It won't be this year. It would be spring. It would be
I
spring
really
next year.
hope. I'm really hoping it's not this year. I don't think it's going to be this year.
It won't be. It won't.
I think could it be next year? Yes. I'm actually hoping it's 2022 when it comes out.
Dad,
Wait, Breath of.
Yeah, he wants Breath of the Wild 2022. What you want? Breath of
Why?
the Breath of the Afterlife?
Because that gives them time. So, well, let's put it this way. I'll say this. Ready? Because I know Zelda's pattern.
Then why
well.
even announce it? Like
Wait,
that's
wait,
not
but
gonna
then-
even. I'm sorry, I just can't get over that.
Van was walking out the door, and then he said 2020. What'd he say?
Let's put it this way, Andre. The way Zelda goes, right? If they said that it's coming out in 2020, you know what the first thing I'm thinking is? This game's getting delayed.
That'd be fine, though.
They always delay Zelda.
I'd be fine with that, though.
Do they?
Never.
Yeah, they do.
Oh God.
They actually do. Yeah, they always delay.
Breath of the Wild wasn't delayed.
It was. They originally
yes,
wanted.
it was.
Yeah, they originally wanted to push
It was delayed for a year.
Yeah, they originally wanted to push it like 2 years before release. I didn't even know that until like a few days.
Because
ago.
they wanted it on the Switch.
Nah, it came out on the Wii U too, but it was.
I
it was-
know, but they wanted
weird.
it. They wanted it ready for the.
But Kyle, I get what you're saying, but listen to me, Kyle.
Yes.
When they showed this trailer at E3, let's not forget every other game they talk about in development has been sketches, screenshots, drawings, meetings. Breath of the Wild gave us a full trailer, Kyle. Like they gave us a cinematic in the game. They didn't just show the sword, Kyle. They didn't just show him go to the sword and go. They showed him in Zelda walk in. They showed Ganon awaken. Kyle, man, listen to me, man. This is how you beat PlayStation 5 and Xbox. I told you this, Kyle. This is how you beat them.
First of all, Gabe, how's it going? On Mixer, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. I know what you're talking about because, you know, we talked about it last week. It's like, okay, Zelda would be huge. But I agree with Van a little bit. It's not going to be that game that is like, oh, it's going to kind of like take a lot of viewership away or like hype away from the PS5. Well, it's going to take everything away from the Series X because nobody gives a shit right now.
It doesn't take it away.
But-
It just puts it
but
at
like
a high.
the PS5,
What does?
Breath of the Wild.
but the
Okay,
PS5
calm
is not
down.
gonna take away.
Dog, I don't know why.
No, I'm agreeing with you, Van. by the way.
Van and Kyle, I really need you guys. I didn't notice this until Kyle gave me that top 10 list. When Kyle gave me that top 10 list of the decade, I didn't notice how much people drooled over Breath. Because me, I like Breath.
Breath of the Wild is good.
No,
like it is a very
listen,
good
listen,
game.
It's not going to be a console sell. That's not my argument.
Right.
My argument
I mean-
my argument, because everyone already has a Switch.
Yeah.
My argument is that if it, so say it comes out this year in November. If it comes out in November, it puts it on the plateau of those two. Not saying it's going to surpass or people are going to say, oh, I'm going to get, no, I still got to get. It's just going to be the fact that Zelda's coming out at the same time. And that name holds power. Like, I looked at Mojo and all them. Everyone thinks Breath of the Wild is literally the greatest game of every site I went on. It was me, my sons, my boys. I was like, nah, watch my game be on there. Everyone, like, not decade, I'm talking about of all time, people got Breath of the Wild as the best game ever, and people drool over that game. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I loved it, but I see people like, crack, this game's the best. You mentioned you don't like Breath. I was at GameStop, and I said, Ocarina's the best. And this usually be a debate where if you say Ocarina, people automatically shut up. They usually automatically go, you're right, Ocarina's the best. But now I'm running into people like, do you think Ocarina's better than Breath of the Wild? I'm like, dude, it is. It's the best. Nah, you're crazy, man. You're crazy.
And I get why people. I think through time, it will build up to be better than Ocarina, and it's just that's the realization of it. Like games need time for it to be better. I just think, like I said, if I can't play a game and be into that game and want to do nothing but play that game, then it's not considered in my eyes the best. Like it has to suck me in.
Yeah.
It has to.
Yeah.
It has to make me want to crave that game. And I get it. Breath of the Wild is the game that everyone's been dying for Zelda. It really is.
Yeah.
But the small
Yeah.
mechanics is enough to break me to not say that that's the breakage of weapons. I get it. A lot of people love it. That's fine. To me, single-handedly, it pissed me off so bad it made me not want to play the game. It made me not want to play the game. And that's just the realization of it. And it's like, oh, it's because it's too hard. Listen, when you grow up in the era of games where you can't read an instruction manual because there is none, and there is no online to look at games, I don't want you to say shit about the toughness of a game. You know what I mean? Like, get out of here with that.
Facts.
You
I'm
know?
just saying, Kyle, I agree with you. I don't think it's going to be this year. And if they did announce it this year and then it gets delayed, I wouldn't be shocked. So if they announce Breath of the Wild, I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to jump on my seat because I'm going to feel like there's no way this can be ready. But then I thought about it. I was watching my son out of all games today. He's playing Roblox, right? And I noticed, I had seen him playing this game years ago. In this game, there's a big open world game, and I'm not comparing this to Zelda at all. I'm just giving a demonstration. The game had changed so much, and even Warframe, games like Warframe, they start off with a base world, but what happens is a game like, I use Warframe more than Roblox, because Roblox is easier to create. Yeah. Warframe, they start off in a small universe. It was only literally like 8 missions, and you can go to different planets, but the planets only had like a mission on it, then you would leave. Warframe has become so big now because the support it's had that all they did was use the same planets but add thousands of things onto them, like adding area to change your armor, add an area to verse other people in arena, adding this and that and this and that and this and that. So Breath of the Wild, if they said, you were the one that told us this the first time Breath of the Wild came out, he said this is the direction he wants to go from now on with Zelda. If that's the case, and we already seen what the world's looking like kind of through that little trailer, if all they're doing is adding, say they just add temples, music, some other things here and there, it might be easier for them to develop this. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's a little easier than coming from ground up, like Breath of the Wild did.
Wait. All right, hold on. Because this is different. This is a different thing you're talking about. Listen, if they took the engine of Breath of the Wild, which they're obviously doing, but they added all of that, oh, I'm sold already.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sold.
I think that's what they're gonna do.
If they come out with a trailer, right, and there's instruments, temples, and all this other stuff, and it's just as open as the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's then it'll blow everybody away.
Yeah.
Then it'll blow everybody away. Then it'll be like, oh, that. See, my only concern, right, with everybody saying that it's gonna be released this coming year,
it won't be this year,
is that if it, just hypothetically, if it did, my concern is how is it gonna differentiate itself from the first one?
Like I said, them already announcing a second one already frustrated me. But all right, guys, refresh my memory. How long has the Switch and Zelda been out?
2017.
March 2017.
Yep.
I mean, all right, so it has been 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it has been a long time.
Aren't Zelda games usually every 4 years, Kyle, if I'm not mistaken?
Oh, man.
I believe they're always every 4 years.
All right, well, let's put it this way.
I guess I'm okay
the
with
the Wii U, technically, I guess unless you count Breath of the Wild, technically didn't have a new Zelda.
No.
I mean,
you're right,
so
because
Breath of the Wild was on the Wii U. It was. So technically,
so it's a port. It's almost that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that I'm bitching about. So hypothetically, I am a hypocrite because I bitched about Mario Kart, but never bitched about Zelda. And Zelda is exactly like Mario Kart. Exactly like like Mario Kart.
No.
Exactly. How is it
I
different?
don't know, because the Wii U version is not much different than
No.
Because
But obviously,
first of all, the Wii U
obvious.
version, the Wii U version don't have none of that DLC. That's
true.
number one.
That's mission one.
Yeah,
What
and
DLC?
number
What
two,
did-
this is a brand new game that came out not just for the Wii U but for the Switch at the same time. Mario Kart 8 was a game that was established on the Wii.
Yeah, that's true. You got to play Mario Kart 8 for a long time.
Then they moved it
How
over
long?
to the Switch. Oh God, years.
Yeah, it was probably like a good 3 years with it.
No. It was a good 3. Oh, probably.
I think so, man.
No.
Because Mario Kart 8 was like launch near
Hold on.
launch.
Go to Google.
Yeah, you did. You got to play Mario Kart 8 a lot. That's why.
Then if that's the case, then
Ready?
my point stands. Then I'm not a hypocrite, which is I'm not gonna argue against not being a hypocrite. Then I'm fine with that. But that now shifts my argument to the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bullshit, and it makes my point even stronger where my frustration is with it. Just saying.
A lot of people
Mario
have been
Kart
saying what
8
Van's been saying too,
released
Kyle. You've been seeing that online. A lot of people are thinking the Mario Kart 9's on incoming. I've seen a lot of people saying that on Twitter.
It needs to. Go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead.
All right. First of all, Mario Kart 8 released on May 29th of 2014, so close to 3 years.
Yep, 3 years.
before
That's what I thought.
it launched on the Switch.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah, that was.
So 3 years before the Switch,
Yeah.
or 3 years
3
ago
years
from
before
now.
the Switch.
Before
Okay.
the Switch, yeah.
Okay.
So let's say, which more than likely is going to happen. Let's hypothetically say that there is a general direct this month.
Yep.
What do they talk about? What do you guys? I've already said what I think they're gonna.
Vince said what he thought already.
You said what you thought.
No, I said I thought they was gonna, because I thought that he was saying the 2 direct thing. I was saying I don't think there's gonna be 2 directs. But if you're saying a general one, then instead
if
of
there is a general one.
yeah, if there's a general one, instead of what I said with the whole Animal Crossing one, I would say they do like a good 10 minutes on.
They
Animal
talk
Crossing.
a lot. I think they talk a lot of Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
If it's only
They will.
a general
I
direct.
hope it's a general. I don't want a whole. I don't want a whole Animal
I think
Crossing.
an Animal Crossing one's deserved.
I don't think it both.
I think an Animal Crossing one's deserved. I think just make a long one direct. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Make
yeah.
a
I'm cool.
good
See, I'm cool with that.
a 20-minute direct,
I'm cool with
30-minute
that.
direct.
I'm cool with that.
45.
Even an hour. That's
Do
fine.
that. Do
Dude,
Nindies,
that's a long fucking direct.
Do that. Do Nindies. Announce a Smash character, even though Van doesn't see that. Announce a Smash character. No date. I agree with Kyle. No date. And then on Breath of the Wild, end it. I'm sold with that.
All right, one of two things will happen. If they show a Smash character, first of all, I'd be shocked. I will be shocked if they do, right? Not mad. I'll just be shocked.
Just like, wow.
Yep. Secondly, it will be an open admit that they fucked up with Fire Emblem character.
But he said that, though.
Payless.
He already said
I
that.
think
That's
it's
what-
already
No.
an admit that they effed up.
This will be like
Yeah, that's
we are sorry.
They never did a back-to-back before with a Smash character.
Because think about it, the next character isn't just the next character. It's a whole new. You're now
the whole
going
new
into the new
season,
DLC.
Yeah, that's true.
So
But-
that's
but
a big deal.
But my thing is, I think they already know who they have.
Oh, dude, I believe they
So-
know the entire
It's
lineup.
gonna be Crash.
I think because
No.
just the development of it is already started.
It's gonna be
That's
Crash.
Think
what
about
I'm
it.
saying, like
Think about it. The bailiff, or whatever bailiff,
Byleth.
bailiff. They said that video was already recorded in October.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which means they could be recording a video right now. Or they could have already recorded.
Well,
a
no,
video.
they did that because of the holidays and stuff. He said it in the video. He said we had to record it because we wanted to make sure it was ready for this. So,
Right.
like, a lot of that recording dealt with the timing of when they needed to get it done. They didn't want to announce it in October.
If you want to set the world on fire, show us Crash, man.
I like I said, literally, you can announce
But
anybody.
wouldn't that be the best apology for the bailiff?
I think
If you did Crash?
I-
If you did Crash, man, that's the best.
I don't know.
apology.
I think the list is pretty big of
It's
people
big. I
of
mean-
that. Like I said, they could announce Bubble Bobble. Like ever since Bubble Bobble was an option for the Capcom over Terry. Like I've been I've been seeing Bubble Bobble. Bubble Bobble is meant for Smash. Those are Smash characters. Stop with these serious characters
They
for a
need-
little
They
while.
do need to step away from the. I want the kind of quirkiness.
Yeah,
Again. I agree with that.
and like
Bub-
I don't mean any of them,
I don't see Bubble
but they're
Bobble,
fun.
but yeah, they need to bring them.
They're fun. Like Crash would be one.
Crash would be first off. Once again, we've seen he's trying to bring all of our childhood favorite characters back in one game.
Banjo was one.
Banjo was one.
I consider Banjo one.
Banjo was huge though. Banjo was huge.
Who did we have in this pack? We had Hero. We
No one
had
cared about Hero.
Hero's fucking
Heroes-
Hero.
Yeah, here's the problem.
Banjo.
Terry.
Byleth. Terry. We're missing one.
Oh my god, why can't I think?
Who
of
am
it?
I not thinking?
What
why
was
can't
the
I think-
Joker?
Joker. Okay, so we had one character out of those 5 that is like Toon, right?
Yeah.
You want to call them Toonish?
That's fair.
Toonish, yeah. I think we need to switch it up a little bit,
I agree.
and we need to add more Toonish characters. I love watching those characters do really good. Like I like watching the Animal Crossing characters,
Yeah,
like a good
I like
Animal
seeing
Crossing
Pac-Man
character.
beat the hell out of
You know what I
Ryan.
mean? Like I like that. I think those other characters are people's go-to characters.
Yeah.
They're real fighters. People
Yes.
go to those characters
I never
because
looked at
they're
it that
real
way, but
fighters.
that's a fact.
And there are a lot of Toon characters that are good. Like there's Pikachu. Pikachu's really, really good. But you get those characters, man. They're hard to play against.
Yeah.
But even harder, they're harder to play with, and that's why I like that. Like you get somebody like a Fire Emblem character. There's easy characters just to pick up and play. But I'd love to see a Bubble Bobble character, man. I would. I'd love to see that. put niggas in the bubble.
I feel like I feel. Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry.
I feel like Bubble Bobble would be like a good assist trophy.
No, man. Come on with
Character-
that.
Listen,
I
character-
get it. I'm done with
I
the
don't-
assist trophy, man. We don't play assist trophies here, man.
No,
You can't use assist
character-
trophies in bracket.
That's what I hate, man.
Listen, character. I don't see him. I don't see him as a character. Crash.
What?
obviously. I don't.
Side B's a bubble, bro. Side B's a
Yeah,
bubble.
what's the rest of the bubbles? The bubbles, the bees.
The B's the down B.
Kyle,
It's
who
like
you-
a smash
So, Kyle,
attack.
since you said
It's
you're
like
the
a
one that's-
down bubble.
Kyle, you started this, so who do you say they showing?
Yeah.
I say Crash.
You agree with me with Crash, right? I'm telling you.
Listen, me and you, Andre, have been rocking with Crash.
Yeah,
I think
longest
Crash.
time now.
All right, now let's talk about realistic. Like realistic would be Crash.
Yeah.
I think Bubble Bobble's really realistic though. Like I think Bubble Bobble's realistic.
That could happen.
That's a Nintendo. That's a Nintendo thing, man.
Wait a minute. Man,
I'm not saying.
I'm gonna be honest with you right now, okay? If freaking Sakurai comes out, right, and he goes, I'm sorry about Violet. I'm hoping you're enjoying him though. That's something like that, right? And they're like, oh, here comes the next character, and they come out, and the next character is Bubble Bobble.
I'm dropping the mic. I'm not even
You
gonna
can- you
wear
can
the head. Of,
Listen, you
this
can
is what I'm
drop
gonna do the
mic.
next show.
People, you listen. You can drop the mic all you want. Yeah, he can drop the mic all he wants, but you know what you're gonna hear in the background in PCG?
What?
Are you
No.
fucking kidding me?
You're gonna.
Bubble Bobble.
I'm gonna be like, yo, see my boy. I don't know Sakura. I don't know Sakura.
No, people would flip.
No, I don't
out.
think people would
They'd be
flip
like,
out.
Are you?
No, I think people would be hyped. I think people would be hyped.
Van,
No.
Van,
No,
to
no,
make
no,
up for
no,
that
No,
debacle.
this would be another bad timing situation.
No.
Van, to
Give
make
him
up,
Crash.
Van, to make up for
And
that
then
debacle,
you can do
gotta
the
do Crash. man.
bobble.
I think their best option probably would be
don't-
Crash.
Crash is the best option.
Like that would make like everyone go crazy. But I'm gonna make a bold prediction right now
Uh-oh.
because I felt it in my bones. Even when I said it in my head, my
Uh-oh.
hair on my arm stood up.
Let me get some of that energy.
Right, the hair on my arm
I felt
stood
it,
up.
Kyle. I felt it.
You ready for this? You ready
Uh-oh.
for this? I don't have an exact character, but I have a line,
Okay.
and I think it's gonna be a character from one of these lines.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Skylanders. And you know who features in Skylanders? Who is the number one
Spyro.
main character?
Spiral.
Spyro.
I can definitely see Spiral being one.
I could see Spyro
Kyle, you hating
over
on Spyro?
Crash.
Kyle, you hating on Spiral?
No. See, I know Kyle's faces, right? That face, that Kyle face right now is him really thinking because now he's concerned. That is Kyle's concerned face.
Kyle's
Where
like, but I don't want
he was like, Van actually hit something here that could be. He's not showing his arms. His arms are down there, but the hair, he felt it. He felt the hair on his arms start to rise, and he's like, oh, shit.
Kyle, Spiral will be just as big.
I don't know.
Kyle, Spiral will be just as big.
I think.
Oh no, he would.
Yeah, I think he would be
I
huge.
don't-
I think he would be huge. But I never thought of Spyro, but I think that is a good. I think that's really good. But has that been
Iconic.
on that list? Has that been on that list? I think Spyro was on that list.
It doesn't matter if it's
Oh,
on
I'm
that
sure
list. You're
Spyro's
saying that
on
he's
there.
going to be revealed. So.
Dude, I can name off the movesets for Spyro.
Oh, yeah, his moves will work perfectly. Probably better than anybody in Smash. That's a Toon character. He has fire. He has ice. He can fly.
Yeah.
His fly is going. I mean,
His
Spyro.
oh man, his jump would piss everybody off because he'd be a floaty. He'd be a
He'll be
floaty.
Kirby. He'll be Kirby.
This is true.
He'd be a floaty. Oh man, I want Spyro now.
Spyro will be nice. But he'll have that annoying fire move, almost like when you pick up the flower and it slowly, like what Bowser does.
And he already has pre-skins. You can
Yeah.
pick Black Spyro. He already got the pre-skins.
Spyro would fit really good.
If Spyro or Crash get announced,
Which
people would lose it, and I'd be like a happy boy.
Yeah.
But
Spyro's a
if freaking
really
Bubble
good
Bobble
pick.
comes out, I'm just gonna be like,
Come on, you can't be that.
Yo, stop
mad
hating
with
on
Bubble.
Van's boy,
Dude,
man.
Dude, first of all, I never thought of Bubble Bobble until this whole SNK thing happened, and then someone was like Bubble Bobble. I was like, ooh.
but SNK, the first thing you think
Ooh,
is Harry
neutral
Potter.
sex, right? Cause boy, you got the green, and then you got the girl, which is pink, right? That's what they do now.
Van, there's no more SNK characters coming.
I don't believe that.
I think they're done.
I don't believe that.
I mean, we got Ryu and Ken, but
We get Spyro.
Oh my God! You know what would be funny if the next character was Geese Howard.
nah, I don't.
Nah, I don't see that.
I agree with Van. I wanted to get back.
That would make me probably mad.
Yeah.
Because Geese is in
that would make you
Tekken.
mad?
Yeah, that would make me mad.
Because it's another. No, because it's another
I
fight.
hate characters that are across like tons of platforms. I hate
Yeah.
that. I hate
It
that.
almost doesn't have meaning to it when they do that.
I
Like, it
hate
kills
that.
it.
Geese would just be a counter machine, though.
Yeah.
Every people would be a counter.
Nah, I'm cool. I agree with Van. I kind of want 3 Toon characters and then one more real one. But I would love 3 more Toon characters like Spyro, Crash. If they can somehow pull Sora, and then a 4th. I mean, I'm cool with that. But Spyro and Crash.
Spyro is such a good pick.
Spyro
Alright,
and Crash,
so-
I see on there. Oh yeah, Dante's gonna be one. Dante's definitely gonna be one.
I'm about to say, realistically, the 3 characters I can see right now are Spyro, Crash, and Dante.
And Dante. I don't know who the 4th.
Right now.
I'm gonna be
I don't
honest
know
with
about
you
the other
guys. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad.
What you gonna say,
Yeah.
Van?
Dante's my boy. Dante's my boy.
Van, don't do that.
But I don't want to see him.
Van,
Not yet.
Make him the 4th
I
character.
I don't wanna see
no,
him
no,
yet.
Don't reveal him
Van
now.
doesn't
Say
want
make him the
another
4th.
sword character.
Well, that's not my problem, but that's definitely like
A problem.
a problem. But Dante's not really a full sword character, to
He's
be
guns-
fair.
He'd be like
True.
Bayonetta. He'd
Very
be like
true.
Bayonetta.
But I would be okay. I'd be okay with him. But like honestly, like I said, I don't want another character that's
I
like
agree.
that. That structure. I don't.
If you do
I
that,
want a fun character.
if you do that, it has to be the 4th character.
Because I mean, as soon as Dante comes in, everyone's gonna pick Dante.
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone's gonna pick Dante.
You're
And the
gonna
people
get
that don't pick Dante, the only reason why they're not picking Dante is because everyone's picking Dante.
Right.
That was what happened with Cloud when he first came out. Everyone was picking
True.
Cloud.
I'm not saying that everyone's not gonna pick Spyro, but not everyone's gonna be like, "Ooh, I want to main Spyro."
Yeah,
Dante comes out, everyone's gonna want to main Dante.
yeah. Any Toon character, I feel like the people wouldn't try to main.
I want a fun character. Not saying that Dante's not fun, but Dante's
No,
a
no, I feel
serious
you.
character.
I feel you.
I want a fun character.
Since-
Character that I'm like, oh, like Banjo was
I'm
awesome.
about to say, since Banjo's came out, do
Banjo
people-
was fun.
Do people main him here? Like anyone main him here?
I don't want to say main, but there are people that will do a lot of battles. It's kind of fell off a little bit. A lot of people have gone back to their own. A lot of people, so still in Ultimate, I still see people really filling out characters because there's so much. So you're seeing less mains now
Just
and more
diversity.
diverse.
That's
Yeah.
that's good. That's good though.
A lot more diversity I've seen. Like you don't see the person play one character every time. Like people are switching it up. Guess what game I'm getting into right now?
Uh-oh.
I just picked it up for the lounge,
What you got?
and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
What? Just don't
Yeah,
even tell
that-
me, and Kyle. Tell us what system is on
I'm
first.
feeling it.
What consoles it
Oh,
on? first?
fighting games are always on PlayStation.
Also, it's a PlayStation game.
Yeah,
Tekken.
it's not. This
Blaze Blue.
Is it Tekken?
Blaze Blue, baby.
No, I've been trying to tell
And Kyle knows because of the comment I made during Battle Dome to him.
Kyle and Van.
I'm feeling it,
Have I
man.
not been telling you
I'm
guys?
feeling it.
I've been telling. I said, yo, I got my boys at my house. My boy came from Connecticut to come play because he seen us playing. 12 of us playing Blaze Blue at the crib. Which one is it? It's an older one.
Tag.
Right?
Blaze Blue's tag.
Yeah. Me and
Cross
my
tag.
boys was
So good.
killing that
Yeah,
game.
so good.
And they got mad at me because I kept winning. They got mad at me and they kept blaming it on the controllers. I'm like, we're using the same.
Yeah, I'm going with Team Persona though right now.
Nah,
I'm going
bro.
with Team Persona right now,
Nah, bro,
man.
We got a verse, man. We got a verse.
I'm going with Team Persona. I still haven't got the chance to explore with all the characters, but
a Blaze fan, bro.
I'm a big Persona fan, and I'm not even into the series, but man, I am
I
feeling
like to
that
do-
Blaze
I like to do
Blue.
with the yellow streak thing.
And it sucks because like they're coming out with a new game that's from the not the Blaze Blue line, but I can't remember
I
the
think that Blaze Blue actually just made it to Evo, if I'm not mistaken.
new game is in Evo. I don't think they put Blaze Blue.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
I
it's-
seen one of them on there.
Dude, Blaze Blue.
I keep telling people in the character.
And I've
choice-
always liked Blaze Blue. I've always liked Blaze Blue, and I've always liked anime 2D fighting games. 2D fighting games are my shit, but Blaze Blue is really not Marvel versus Capcom heavy, where you're like waiting.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep with the combos all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's so much. I feel it. Me and Felix were playing it earlier,
love
man,
that
and I'm
game,
I'm
man.
feeling into it. I'm like, okay, Okay, I'm liking this.
The older ones were dope because they had so much characters, like 40 characters to pick from. Tag, I think, only has like 15, 16.
Yeah, nah, tag doesn't have a whole lot.
But it's still the fight is just smooth. Like hit, press A, and then they come in and they
Yeah.
keep like.
You can change up the combos with
So
everything.
dope, man.
Everything. I'm just like I'm starting to pick up and
I'm glad you're into that, bro.
oh, dude, I love
I'm
it.
glad you're into that.
I love it. I want to do more. Like I wanted to get in Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear is another
That's
fantastic
another
anime
fire
game.
The new one, I don't know. I don't know how I'm liking that new one coming out.
Eunice is a good one, which Eunice characters are in Blaze
I don't
Blue.
even know what that one is.
Eunice is Undertale, not Undertale, Underbirth.
Yeah, I never played.
A lot of those characters are on Blaze Blue.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
I never played that one.
Blaze Blue has got a bunch of those anime game characters. Blaze Blue is kind of like the SNK.
You know, I told my brother, if Bleach made a game like that, it would be fire.
Yeah.
If Bleach fought like that with the
Yep.
Bleach roster, oh my.
They need to make a Jump Force non 3D like that.
This is why me and Vin, like, we need to just be anime fans, and Kyle, you too, because you like Dragon Ball. I give you that. And some other animes.
Oh, FYI, I'm announcing it here on PCG Live. I am going to be making an anime fan club group here for Mondays for a gathering. It will be 2 hours every Monday where we come together and we talk anime.
You know when I get the chance, I'm coming because you know how I get about my anime.
Mm.
And if they make a 2D fighting game like you just said, Blaze Blue, but with anime characters like Jump Force,
Mm. They make a Jump Force 2D game
it would be the hardest fighting game ever made of all time.
by the creators of Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yeah. Well, Blaze Blue made that. The people that made Blaze Blue made that game. People that made Blaze Blue branched off and made Dragon Ball's game. Sorry, Kyle. I know we went all the way to the east
way
side.
off.
We're talking.
Man, we are way off subject.
So that's what we
All
think about the Nintendo.
Yes, Nintendo.
Albert, tell him, Albert. Mystical Ninja? What?
Focus.
What? Mystical
Albert,
Ninja
stop
character
distracting
on
people.
Smash?
Oh man.
Tell Albert to calm down over there in chat,
he,
man.
He,
Sub
he,
Ultra
he
2i.
wilding right now. Oh, he wild.
Dan from Street Fighter. Nah, I gotta disagree, Albert.
Oh my God.
No.
Now, all right, that's
No.
it.
I gotta disagree.
Moving on. By
He,
the way.
but he says if it's Bubble Bobble, man, Kyle will buy your season pass.
Kyle will.
Oh.
Kyle will. He'll definitely.
I got a whole lot of season passes I need to
love-
buy.
I
Kyle
love
don't
how
want to buy season passes
No,
for
I
me.
love how
I'll buy
how
you
he
season
volunteered
pass.
me for that.
I'll buy
By
you
the way.
season pass too. If it's remember what I said, Kyle. If it is, I'll buy him season pass too. I'll go in.
I love how Albert got me involved in that. Thanks, Beezy. All right. Anyway,
Next.
Let's
next.
go.
All right, we're gonna get.
I don't even know what the next topic is.
We're gonna get the Dan Houser one out of the way.
That was crazy.
First.
Yeah, please
So-
talk about that.
Well, the two. All right, so two people have left their respective companies. We're getting the Dan Houser one out of the way because the other one, me and Andre have an emotional tie to.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway, Rockstar Games founder Dan Houser leaves studio. The co-founder of Rockstar Games, Dan Houser, is leaving the firm he started with his brother Sam Houser in 1998. Mr. Houser was a main creative force behind two of the firm's biggest series, Albert's favorite, Grand Theft Auto, and Red Dead. His departure comes after an extended break. Rockstar's parent company Take-Two Interactive said Rockstar's series have often courted controversy, but are among the best-selling and most critically acclaimed games of the past 2 decades. Mr. Houser will officially depart in March, according to a notice Take-Two sent to U.S. financial regulators. His brother Sam Houser will remain as the company's president. Dan Houser was one of the lead writers for the Grand Theft Auto series, as well as Rockstar's other hits, Bully and Red Dead Redemption. He also worked as a voice actor on some of the company's projects. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
I don't know what's going on with these people just deciding to just leave. Maybe it's tiring. Maybe it's exhaustion. Like, at least with the other guy we're going to talk about, he left to go to another studio. I guess this guy kind of retired from one of the biggest game franchise companies ever. Just because. I mean, we don't know what it is, so I'm not going to, judge the guy. We don't know what it is. He could be wanting more time with his family. Reggie wanted more time with his family.
Yeah, Reggie retired.
It could be. I don't know, but it's just shocking to me because I feel like maybe it's easy for me to say this, Van, because like I'm not a game developer or a game creator or a founder, but for me, if I had that opportunity, I'm never stopping.
So let me tell you now,
Well-
as being part of PCG, I love what it was created. I'm so exhausted, and I
Yeah.
haven't even done a quarter of what these guys have done. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
and they're so set, and I get it. You fall in love with it, but also at the age of 38 now, I just feel like I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Like, and I can
I
imagine being
respect
at
that.
that pit. And they, what's kept them, what keeps you in the game for so long is the constant of success and always saying you gotta do better, you gotta do better, and you get lost in that, and you lose your family and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then when you finally get to slow down, you're just like, you know what? I want to be able to enjoy these other things
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of what happens. But game developers and stuff, they have it easy because they have these long breaks
Yeah.
that people think, but sometimes they don't. Like there are certain ones that don't because they got to keep going.
And I did see in a report on YouTube that he actually put in almost 90 hours a week to what he did. Even when
Oh
he was
yeah,
sitting in the
easy.
back, they were always asking him, "What do you want for this? What do you want for this? How do you want to market this?" So he had a lot weighing on him. So, like I said, if it's I'm not going to judge the guy. I don't know what's going on with him, but
There's so much that kills you too.
yeah,
Like every bad review is just a destroy to you. Like it physically makes you sick.
yeah,
Bad post, bad
that's true.
thoughts,
That's
like
true.
all that stuff, all that negativity breaks you
And
down.
Red Dead
And
2 got shot a lot. So
you know what I mean? And the internet is a very cruel place
that
right
is true,
now.
man.
It's very cruel place. And you could be the minority.
Yeah,
Minority. Like but the minority in the internet is like somewhere with 500,000.
that's facts.
Imagine reading 500,000 bad thoughts about you.
That's true.
I can barely deal with one.
No, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
the same way. I agree.
So you start to overshadow that 500,000 is such a big number, but it could be 3 billion that like it. And just seeing that 500,000, you're like, how can I satisfy that 500,000? That's a bad place to be mentally. But continue, Kyle.
But that's the thought process on the world today. It's like we're more focused on the negative and not the positive. So it's like, I mean, I get why you have to because you want to satisfy the negatives. Um, but with this job, you have to have thick skin. You have to have real thick skin to do a job like that. Being the president of Rockstar with the biggest selling game in history in Grand Theft Auto 5. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot to take on.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if he's burnt out, yeah, I don't blame him for
Yeah.
leaving or retiring
Emotionally,
or whatever.
man, ooh, that shit kills you, man.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he just goes off and does something.
And Twitter
Maybe-
sucks. Because everyone,
jeez.
trust me, they're tagging you.
Oh, absolutely.
They're tagging you in all those.
Oh, absolutely. So, but yeah, big loss for Rockstar. His brother is going to be taking, the head, obviously, as sole president of the company now.
And this isn't all always a bad thing either. Like change is
No.
sometimes good. And a lot of these people that get the change, they've been involved with whatever they've done for so long. They're always involved in decisions. It's the new blood where you got to be a little nervous. But even then, you should be excited, especially if whatever you've been seeing has been in a bad direction. You got to be excited. Like
Mhm.
these changes, man, aren't always a bad thing.
And I respect what he's doing more than what this next guy's doing.
I was about to say, speaking of changes,
I'm mad, Kyle. I'm pissed, man.
what happened to the button, Van?
The segue.
What happened to the segue button?
Dude, since I changed computers, I told you, man, everything is
Turn up the segue button.
like it's even different than. Don't ask.
You got Kyle sounding like what's my dude's name that play? What's our dude Gilbert? Gilbert, is it Gilbert?
Gilbert.
Gottfried?
Oh, Godfrey.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Kyle said, "Where's the button, Van?"
What do you mean you don't have the button? You should have the button.
Yo,
I
Kyle,
can
you
see
sound
that.
just like him, dog. What's good?
What are you talking about? Gilbert Godfrey.
So yeah, Kyle, talk about your boy, man, because this is you
my
personally know
God.
him,
All right,
Kyle.
But the next one is just
Kyle, can I say something first?
Van may have to read this for me and Andre's sake because I am just baffled.
Nah.
But
Don't read it. Don't
I'm-
read it, Kyle. Just say this.
No, Van's got to read.
Oh,
I'm
fucking-
sorry, Van. Yeah,
Jesus
you got to do reading. I'm sorry.
Christ.
Van, go ahead,
But
man.
like,
Because you don't
I'm,
care
I'm
about this, Van.
baffled, bamboozled, and I just don't know. I just
Let
please-
Van do it because he doesn't care about this, Kyle.
I know you don't care.
Can I read this?
Go ahead.
Gears of War boss leaving will now oversee Diablo. Ron Ferguson, who has been working on Gears of War since the series inception, and who most recently has been in charge of the entire franchise, has announced he's leaving Microsoft Shooter behind. His next role will be overseeing Diablo at Blizzard instead. He announced the news via a couple of tweets. I began working on Gears of War over 15 years ago, and since then it's been the joy of my life. But now it's time for a new adventure. I leave Gears in the great hands of the Coalition and can't wait for everyone to play Gears Tactics on April 28th. So starting in March, I will join Blizzard to oversee the Diablo franchise. Leaving is bittersweet as I love our Gears family, the fans, and everyone that Coalition and Xbox. Thank you. It has been an honor and a privilege to work with you all. Ferguson began his career at Microsoft in 1996 before moving to Epic in 2005, aside from a brief stint in Rational, while develop on Bioshock Infinite wound up. He had managed between Epic and later Microsoft's Coalition Studio to have worked on every main Gears of War game. It's not for nothing that his Twitter handle is @GearsViking.
Screw his stupid Twitter handle, because that obviously doesn't take place in this. This is my problem with this is, Kyle.
Here we go.
Hold on. I got the snacks. I'm ready. Where's my snacks?
I can't
Hold
stand
on.
Van, man.
Here we go.
This is my problem with this. Kyle, how many times have we seen him come out? Gears is my baby. Gears was my baby. I want to treat it right.
And it was.
I want to make sure it's my.
And
this
he
is my
did.
problem. No, he did. But this is my problem. First off, that bastard that left a few months ago, Mike Ybarra, with a Y in his name, decided to go to Blizzard. People forgot that. He goes to Blizzard.
I did.
They asked him on Twitter, what are you getting next gen? The Xbox? Where you going? He said, no, I'm not getting the next Xbox. I'm getting the PC. But he said he left Xbox with no problems or nothing at hand, right? So Mike Ybarra goes to Blizzard. Mike Ybarra and Rod Ferguson are great friends. I know he picked up the phone and said, yo.
All right, ready? I'm gonna say this is an NBA scenario. This is NBA scenario
This is.
where
This is freaking.
where LeBron picked up the phone and started making some phone calls.
Listen, AD, I'll tell you right now. Yo, hold up.
We
Listen,
had to make a
AD.
LeBron reference. Right?
So you see me a few years ago. This how we're going to do the announcement. I'm going to say I'm bringing my talents to selfie. And then we're going to all come out. We're going to go out to dinner. So what happened was Mike Ybarra said, Rod, I know you love Gears, but it's been going downhill. I mean, the story's good, but no one wants to play the multiplayer. Look at the negative comments,
But
man.
the question is, how long is Gears gonna go on for? In this case, you know what I mean? I think it's more of like Microsoft is taking a direction that a lot of people are afraid of, and they're just like, you know, if they're gonna go that direction, why don't we go with a company that's already established in all these?
We had 3 people.
Not that Microsoft isn't established.
We had 3 people that were actually big to companies. The guy that left and went to Google. Mike Ybarra wanted to go, and he was an Xbox. Like, when I talk about it, this dude is like one of the best spokesperson. Next is a freaking, how do you want to say it? I'm not gonna speak that blasphemy. But Kyle, you know who I'm saying. You know who might leave next. And when that happens, Xbox is dead. And
You think
Major
so?
Larry Nelson.
Oh, Major Nelson.
If it gets down to him,
Mr. Major Nelson's
Van.
dude.
He'll
That
never leave.
no,
Van,
no,
listen to me.
no.
listen, my boy Rod, which
But
Kyle
wait, but
personally
what's
knows him.
what's Major
Because-
Nelson gonna do?
No, because I think what's
Somebody else.
happening is these people are now getting tired of how Microsoft is handling things. Like they see, I'm not talking about. I'll joke about.
Yeah.
Larry.
But Major Nelson though, you got to be concerned because like he's the one that announces everything.
He's the soul of
Yeah.
Xbox. That's definite. But I'm scared now because Rod is. If this was like, oh my God, I can't even think of a game that could compare to Gears, other than Halo. But Halo already left. Them people already left. You know, they went and going to make Destiny. Yeah. If this was like another smaller game like Ori or something, it'd be like, okay, whatever. This is Gears of freaking War, man. This dude, like it's like you said, his Twitter handle's freaking Gears. Tattoos. He got the dude hosting. This sucks, man. And like Van said, what I'm more worried about, Kyle, is for me, you loving Gears, absolutely obsessing, and you recently beaten Gears, and we loving it even more because of the story. Me and you've been saying the story's all it has now, and that used to not be Gears' case. It used to be a variety of things, and This isn't good, Kyle. This really, really, really isn't good, bro.
I mean, I'm not gonna crap on the multiplayer. I think the multiplayer is fine. It's just I don't get to play enough of it because I don't have enough people to play with.
I'm not when I crap on it, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying that it's not what Gears 3 was. Because Gears 3 was the perfect Gears game. Everyone considers Gears 3 the perfect Gears game. And 2,
I mean, I've said it numerous times. Gears 3 is still my favorite Gears because Horde was just perfect at the time and stuff like that. So, but like, okay, I just. Like I'm just trying to wrap my head around it because it's like, so there's still one. I think I'm more mad because there's still one more to go. We still have one more to go. Like, finish it out,
Finish
man.
it
Like
out.
this is gonna be the last one.
Finish it out.
Like finish it out. Like, but and what also bothers me is this. So Rod's leaving Microsoft. Now again, Microsoft's not doing the best right now. It's definitely not. I mean, Gears was a little bright spot. Was there some bugs to it? Yes, they need to fix that. They should have fixed those bugs a while ago because they still haven't fixed them. But that's just the game itself. But the franchise, as story mode goes, the story is turning out to be very deep and very well done.
It's gotta end sometime.
It's going
Not
to
like
listen.
this.
I believe it's going to end in Gears 6.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, finish it out, man.
Just
like,
finish
it's your
it.
final. More than likely, this is going to be the final Gears main storyline game, unless somehow they make another 3.
There's
which I
gotta
don't know.
be a reason.
Yeah, because Mike Ybarra called him up and said, "Yo, we're gonna get paid way more over at Blizzard."
I
Right.
think it's more than the pay.
And,
I think
well,
it's more
all
than
right.
the
So
pay.
it might be Microsoft as well. Like, because again, like I said, Microsoft is not doing the best right now. Obviously.
Think about it. That isn't just a game. It is his creation.
Yes.
So there's got to be a reason for somebody to just be like, that's like me stop doing PCG. Like there has to be a reason.
I
There
agree.
has to be a reason.
agree.
Not saying that it's impossible because it's not impossible. There are reasons that could cause it to happen. There's a lot of reasons that could cause, but there has to be a reason. No one just ups and leaves what they create. I don't want to say that because I can use a very bad analogy, and I'm just not going to go there.
All right. So I'm going to say this. Right. So he leaves. He's leaving his creation. Now I will say this: he's heading Diablo, which is in its own controversy right now to begin with. So bringing in someone like Rod Ferguson is probably a good idea for Diablo. But Microsoft's going through their stuff. But Blizzard's been going through some stuff
Yeah, true.
over the past year. They've been at the friggin' forefront
Oh yeah.
of controversy for the last year.
Yeah, but
I don't know if it's the contract. I don't know if it's relationship with Mike Ibarra. More than likely, it's those two things and heading Diablo. But like, I mean, if it was me, honestly, if I was in Rod's, yeah, again, I would finish out the series, and
Just
then
finish
if
it
I
out
wanted
and
to go
then bounce.
and do something else, then go do something else.
I agree.
But like, Blizzard is, not the best company to be joining at the current moment.
yeah, but that's all gone and past. Like you don't even hear anyone really talking about that stuff
not
anymore.
according to Mike Ybarra, because this dude, Mike Ybarra, I'm telling you, it was him. His son calls him like uncle or something like that. Like it's a real.
Yeah.
They have a real strong relationship. So I know it was that. Like Van said, they busted the NBA
Yeah,
scenario. They definitely did. Because all companies he could have went to, Kyle. Come on now.
Oh, it definitely was. It definitely was like he made a phone call and it was like, "I need you." For
Yeah, I'm
Diablo."
surprised like you don't see him go to like Stadia or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have been shocked at that. I was like, okay, well, he's trying to go help something out that's falling. The Xbox needs it too. This isn't. I'm not happy with this, Kyle.
Well, let's put it this way: Diablo has been at the forefront of controversy ever since freaking Diablo.
Yeah.
Whatever. What was it called? The mobile one.
Diablo phone.
Yeah, but yeah. That was a comment should have not have been said.
Yeah, but it's been at the forefront of controversy ever since. Yeah, I thought it was Diablo Immortal. Diablo Immortal came out. Like, so, I mean, to bring in a Rod Ferguson, yeah, that is awesome for Blizzard. That's a great pickup for them. I will give them all the props that they got him. But this is a blow to the Gears community.
It sucks.
To Microsoft.
It sucks.
This is like, Literally, it's like all right. Here's one I can compare it to. This is like when Khalil Mack got traded from the Raiders to the Bears.
That's fair.
Calm
That's
down.
actually a good comparison.
Calm down.
No, it is.
No, it's not.
Because Khalil Mack's not like groundbreaking,
Yeah,
but
no,
he's groundbreaking enough to
I'm only kidding.
to change a franchise. Like he went from the freaking Raiders to Bears. Like that was a big move.
Oh, but he's a premier defender. He's arguably the best defensive player in the league.
Oh yeah.
And like the reaction for Raiders fans was like they lost their child.
Yeah. I feel it.
And the Bears fans were like, we just adopted one.
I feel it.
So it's like, oh, that's how I feel right now. It's like Diablo fans. Well, we'll see because they're on a we'll see basis with Diablo, but this is a big pickup for them. Whereas Gears fans are just sitting there going, well, so what happens now? Who's presenting Gears 6 when it comes out and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That's where Gears fans are at. Like, they're all like, well, what's going on with the franchise? Like, what's gonna happen?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he leaves it in the hands of the coalition, but now you don't have their spokesperson was Rod Ferguson, and he's gone.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, who do you bring in now? I mean,
I think Van's right. Kyle, I think Van's right. It has to be something deeper, like with Microsoft, because Phil Spencer didn't even tweet nothing. Phil Spencer didn't even tweet nothing about Rod leaving. And even when Mike left, Phil was it was good to have him and this and that. This happened yesterday, was it? And
I think,
Phil,
it happen today?
Phil hasn't said nothing about it, Kyle. Nothing. Not congratulations. You were a good friend. You were good to the studio. So they might have had a fallout, man.
It's definitely possible. There's a lot of aspects to this where they could have had a falling out and all this other stuff.
Either way, it sucks for Gears fans. I mean, that's the best thing to say. Someone like Van is like good. Well, he's not saying good. Van would never do that. But he's thinking, who cares? But for someone like me and you that, stand with Rod, you have a freaking, I mean, that's your guy, man. Mm-hmm. That's your guy, dude. So, I mean, it just sucks, man. Like, where's Gears going, man? I'm scared for Gears, man. I really am.
Yep. Same.
Do we even get a 6 now? Like,
I mean, the only way I would feel better right now, honestly, is if a report came out tomorrow and they said Cliff Bleszinski's going to head Gear 6.
I'll be fine with that. But that's
then I'd be like, oh.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. I'd be totally fine with that. That's your other creator.
I don't want to be insensitive, but can we talk PAX? Because I just noticed something on here that is like pretty big deal.
All right. So last thing I'm going to say, best wishes to Rod. Hopefully he does well.
Nope.
No, I'm not saying that because Rod's a good guy, so hope he does well. But anyway, main subject, PAX East exhibitors have been revealed. Then
it is a long list, so we're not going to go through all of them. But we are going to talk about the major changes. If you notice, I pulled up 2019 map.
Oh, smart man.
Because I wanted to look into something, and my thought process was correct.
Nintendo switched, I believe.
No, Nintendo definitely switched. So, first thing that you notice is Microsoft is not on the list for Exhibitor. So they do not have a Microsoft booth this year. Doesn't mean Xbox won't be there. They could be sharing a booth with somebody. They probably have Xboxes there or something like that. But as of right now, there is no Xbox booth. That's number one. Number two, next thing you notice is Nintendo's booth is big. It is the size of Blizzard's booth. But I think there's not going to be a walkway in between it. Like Blizzard had a walkway. So they're on the right of the escalators. If you're looking down at the expo, they're going to be on the right side of the right side escalators. And it's no space in between them. So they're making one solid booth, which is going to be extremely inconvenient for walking. But let's see how that works out for them. This is the big deal. Last year, Sony Interactive had 2 slots, big slots. This year, they're not even known as Sony Interactive. They're known as PlayStation, not Sony Interactive, and they have 3.
They have 3 booths.
Told you my prediction's right. I told you.
They have 3.
Man, I told you it was going to be there. You didn't want to listen to me.
And not just that, Square Enix has 2.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Which, all right, I'm going to say this right now.
Keep switching to that fucking thing.
Square, one of those booths has got to be the same thing I saw at West
So
with the Final Fantasy VII.
so
It has
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah.
so the
100%.
one square is going to be the computers and it's going to be Final Fantasy 15. I mean 14. They do it every year. Every year 14. That big one where it always is, that's what they do. The difference is even that is bigger, right? So they took over where Alienware was and then Square Enix had a little spot. They took over that and they took fucking A. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. They even took care over some of Dell Gaming in 11-bit studios. Like they have a good they have a good size.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they have a
But
very good
I
size.
agree with Kyle though. What was that E3? What was that PAX? They're gonna
This
do,
is going to be PAX West. So if are you looking at your map, Kyle?
I'm looking at the 2020 map right now.
All right, 15010, right? That is going to be all
Final Fantasy VII.
Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
That entire thing. That's why they took that much. That's going to be all Final Fantasy 7. But 2011 is going to be all of 14.
Yeah, I can see that. And they said that on Twitter. They're doing a big fest thing.
That's what they do every year.
Yeah.
That game is so big. So that's why they have a stage. They do the whole thing. It's good. It's good.
Van, you said you had the 2019 map up, right?
Yeah, you want me to send it to you?
No, I don't need it. Is the PAX Arena stage on that map?
PAX Rising.
Well, PAX Rising, I know, but is the PAX Arena?
No, the PAX Arena is PAX Rising.
The PAX Arena is PAX Rising?
Yes.
No,
Yep.
PAX Rising. I thought PAX Rising was indie stuff.
No.
PAX Arena is different.
Nope. The indie stuff is the indie mega booth.
No, I know that, but I thought PAX Rising was like something else. I don't think it's the arena. The arena.
Yeah, no, because that's exactly where.
I would know. I was there.
No, we're looking at the map,
The 2019
and
map,
it's called
it
PAX
says
Rising.
PAX Rising, where the arena was. That's exactly where the arena was.
Yep.
That's where the arena was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was called PAX Rising.
Yeah, that's exactly where the arena was actually.
Okay.
Yep.
It looks like the size and everything too.
Okay. No, I'm just making sure because I was just like, do I not see the arena here? And I'm like, what? I would be like,
I still want to know what they're gonna do this year,
Baffled.
Kyle. For the games.
oh, we don't know what Almost Pro is gonna be. We don't know yet.
I would love if they did Mario Kart again.
Please don't. Oh, if they do Mario Kart again, I'm gonna be like, oh no, because then I'm gonna have to play. I have no choice.
So
anyway,
yeah.
to get distracted. Sorry.
No,
go
no,
ahead,
no,
keep
no,
going.
no. It's okay. PlayStation, not Sony Interactive. PlayStation has 3 booths. That's a huge
I'll
sign
tell
to
you what they
me.
are, Vic.
That's
that-
insane.
Vic, I'll tell you what it is. I already told you Last of Us 2. I've been
Got it.
telling you this, Van. They're gonna do the whole zombie get up, and it's gonna look
That's going to be
fire.
here.
Gotta be.
What, Last of Us?
Yeah.
Yeah, Last of Us 2.
They took over where Acer used to. Asus used to be.
Last of Us 2 is gonna be there.
Mhm.
I can't say the other two because Ghost won't be there. My friend already told me it won't be there from GameStop. He told me the PlayStation rep said Ghost won't be there.
BTW, first thing I do when I go to PAX is buy a shirt.
Oh, yeah, you always do that. You always told me that.
Last year I didn't do it. I didn't buy a shirt at all last year. I'm so fucked up
Well,
for
no,
that.
I'm gonna wait on that because I'll be able to get a shirt. That's one thing I do not forget. To
Nope,
get is
nope.
a shirt
Literally,
now.
first thing I do is I'm buying a shirt. Literally.
yeah.
No,
Yes,
I'm
last
going
year-
downstairs.
I'm not even waiting in line for Final Fantasy 7. I'm waiting in line for a shirt.
I'm
Last
going
year I felt
downstairs.
bad when you said like you didn't get a shirt. I went, you didn't get it. I was like, whoa.
No, I'm
that-
going
you never forget
downstairs. That's
that.
what I'm doing first.
Yeah, money was bad last year, so
Damn, you should have told me. I would have bought you one.
nah, it's
Cal,
okay.
at that big,
That's why I didn't tell you.
Cal, at that big old Nintendo booth, what the heck is gonna be at that joint?
Well, all right. Let's put it this way: Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing will definitely be there.
Mm.
I'm sure they'll show off a bunch of indie stuff per usual.
What they did with Yoshi's Woolly World was cool last year. The whole setup and going around.
That was a great setup.
That was cool, man.
Yoshi's Woolly World was a great setup, but this year's definitely going to be Animal Crossing. They're definitely going to show off Animal Crossing. You'll be able to play it for probably 20, 30 minutes, something like that. Indie stuff will definitely be there. After that, I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like,
They'll announce what games are going to be there within the next couple weeks, though. Just so follow Nintendo's Twitter if you want to know.
Yes.
I think their big thing's gonna be Animal Crossing.
Their big thing will be Animal Crossing.
And a lot of people got to play it too, still. So I think it's
I'll play it.
first hands
I'll try
on. So I mean, I guess
forgot.
we'll be meeting each other in that line first, then, because I'm going there. There ain't no Xbox booth to go to. So.
Ah, dude,
So-
Final Fantasy 7, all about it. Sorry, boys.
Oh yeah, because you haven't played. Yeah, you.
I'm
gotta
sure
go
they
to
might
this.
have it
No,
at PlayStation.
me and you don't have to worry about that, Andre. We're
Yeah,
like,
I played it.
we've
But
already
no,
been
but
through
I'm
it.
still gonna play that again. I just know that line. If you're not there first, that line's gonna be outrageous.
If you ain't
Yeah, but
first,
you know
you'll
what?
last. Ricky Bobby.
I kind of want to go with. I kind of want to go with Van to watch him to go through the whole Final Fantasy VII experience.
I make-
Van
I
don't
may-
want to be watched.
I
Van
may
doesn't want to
cry.
be watched. Van doesn't want to be watched. He wants to be in his own world.
I may cry and end up naked.
I
Just
know. I want to.
randomly.
Well, I don't want to see him naked.
Randomly, you're gonna see me. I'm gonna be naked. Like, what the fuck? Where did you take? Where is your clothes? Like, they're not even here anymore. What
And
happened?
then the next thing you see is security guards coming right to Square Enix.
I
No,
forgot
no.
what movie that
The
is with the
security's
guy.
gonna see Van and be
Oh,
like,
Ricky Bobby. You know
Yeah.
Ricky Bobby when he gets out of the fight, he's running.
Oh my!
And all of a sudden he's naked. And he's practicing trying to get in the race, and you don't even
I'm
see him
on
take his
fire.
clothes off.
I'm on
You don't even
fire.
see him take. That's gonna be me.
Yo, Kyle, Van's gonna get arrested, right? Then the cops gonna be like, "Why would you do this?" Van's gonna be like, "Look what I'm playing." They're gonna be like, "Oh, leave him alone, man. Final Fantasy 7."
Dude,
Yeah, I know, right?
That should be game of the year, by the way.
completely butt naked.
Early prediction, game of the year, by the way.
Damn, already early prediction.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I honestly think the bigger booth for Square is going to be Final Fantasy VII.
No.
I
As
mean,
much
you're
as I
wrong.
want to
Van,
say
listen.
it,
Van,
is
listen.
no way. Because the stage,
Man,
that's the
listen,
only reason why it's that
me and Kyle seeing that booth, when I tell you they literally make the city from Final Fantasy 7 in that joint, and East hasn't seen it yet, I do not doubt that. It's big, Van. They do like a whole freak. What's the city Kyle's from? The city that you start off in.
It's
You know what I'm talking about.
Medgar.
They do the steam, the engine, the. Man,
Oh, they might have the display.
that's what
of
I'm saying. The
Cloud's bike.
display, yeah, man.
I will take a picture on that.
It's so cool, man.
All right, so, but I'm gonna say this though: if it's exactly how it was at West, then you gotta rush to the Square Enix line and find the ticket.
Yeah, because you got to get a ticket for
because
the line.
they're gonna give out tickets. So fair warning to you right now.
I'm just
Fuck
saying,
it.
like, I have no remorse. Like, you guys think I'm not going to beat up a kid.
You know what would have been
I-
cool?
You know, I don't doubt it. At this point.
You know what would have been cool, Van? But I know it's not going to be because they delayed it. If Marvel was there. But because they delayed it, I don't see that happening.
You mean Avengers?
Avengers, yeah.
Marvel
Remember, they're
Avengers.
making
That'd be
that one. That would have been cool.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been fire.
Stop. I don't
know.
want to see that.
Just dream. You don't want to what the?
I want to see fucking Final Fantasy 7. I don't give a fuck about
No,
anything
Final Fantasy
else.
7 definitely gonna be there.
They
man.
start talking about Avengers. That's taking the focus off of what they should be for Final
and
Fantasy
Last
7.
of Us 2 is gonna be there. Van. Remember I said it.
That's
telling you.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
That
Last
was
By
of
the
Us-
way,
PlayStation.
guys, here's a couple booths to watch out for right now.
What we talking?
THQ Nordic,
Oh,
was,
yeah.
That was, dude. Go ahead.
because you know there's a certain game that still hasn't come out yet.
Biomutant.
THQ Nordic has been working on for about 50 billion years now.
Yeah, they need to chill with that, Kyle. Like they really need to
hello?
stop. They really need to stop with Biomutant. Like Biomutant is literally like they should have
Coming
been
out or
shot. Yeah, they should have been
Like,
shot for
is
Biomutant.
Biomutant coming out or not here?
Oh, that's right.
so-
They created.
I agree with you, Kyle. I didn't even think about that. And you know what they're gonna have at their booth? A lot of that new Darksiders,
That's a big
the
ass-
top down
Yes,
one.
very true.
That's gonna be at their booth big time.
Oh yeah.
THQ Nordic
good one.
is one, and here's another one. It's small, but they're there. And I went, oh shit.
Blue.
Platinum Games.
Oh yeah, Platinum Games is always there. Though.
Oh, they're gonna have
When?
They were there last year.
Nah, they weren't there last year.
they
Pla-
weren't.
dude,
Nah, Platinum Games.
Go look at the map. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
Also, that means Wonderful 100 should be there, Kyle.
That means the Wonderful 101, which, by the way, that Kickstarter crushed its expectations.
Yeah,
So-
that was insane.
so yeah, Wonderful 101's coming to PlayStation and the Switch.
Yeah, which I wish they didn't do. I wish they kept it for the Switch.
It would have been nice, but so yeah, the two I'm looking at right now are THQ Nordic and Platinum Games.
I didn't know Platinum was gonna be there. Like, yeah, I gotta go to that booth.
Which I'm just saying right now, in a perfect world, if in the direct this month that I think's gonna happen, they want to bring up Bayonetta 3.
Yeah, that's another thing. That'd be cool, but that won't be there. So I hope you ain't hoping for that.
I'm not hoping for it, but I mean, that's one of those. Hey, you surprised me. Hey.
That'd be fire.
That'd be amazing. Well, So those are the two I'm looking out right now: is Nordic and Platinum Games.
Mine's is Nintendo and Behemoth because Behemoth just announced Alien Homid, whatever the name of it is. Alien Homid.
Alien Hominid Invasion.
Yeah, and I love the first one. I love Behemoth in general, so can't wait to go there. I always, since I only went one time, but when I went that one day, I spent like $20 on getting the little collectibles out of the machine. So I can't wait to go to Behemoth. And I like that they're not showing any gameplay on that game until PAX, which is really cool. So no one knows what that game's going to play, look, until you get
And
to
we'll
PAX.
be one of the first to try it.
Yeah. That game look hot.
Is
How was
any all right? Any
It's a
other
big game,
booths pointing out to anybody? I mean, there's Yacht
All
Club,
of them.
obviously.
They was just looking at the team. The,
Perfect games.
yeah, they make some good games. They make Neverwinter, which is actually a really good game.
Which one?
Perfect World. Perfect World.
Perfect World. They got a little big one.
Yeah, they do. That's what I'm saying. Because last year they had a big one too. That was their booth last year. They're the ones. that
Oh,
had
it was
the,
dumb. I
yeah.
seen that. My brother took a picture with
Same
that.
spot too. 3-block dot.
You remember last year that car? They probably have it every year. I remember I didn't go till last year. But that car where you could sit inside and it moves and stuff, like it's like a virtual, but you sit in the car and your whole chair is going up and around and stuff when you're racing. You
I
guys
think
see
this
that?
is. I think this is them.
My brother did that and it looked insane, man. Like ridiculously cool, man.
Here's another one to point out. Devolver Digital has 3 booths.
Which is weird because I mean, what games are they going to even show? Oh, you know what? They're going to show that new game. The
Messenger DLC.
Which one?
Messenger DLC.
Yeah, definitely. Kyle, is Sting going to be there? Yacht?
Yacht Club's there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but like, let's put it this way: the only thing Yacht Club's going to show off right now. I mean, they might show off King of Cards, which is already out. I already beat it. Very good DLC, by the way. Very good DLC. But the only thing that they were going to promote is Cyber Shadow.
Yeah, true.
So I mean, they don't have anything else. I mean, I played Cyber Shadow last year. It was great.
Well, I was in a tournament last year. There, it wasn't even long. It was like 8 people. They were doing them like every 2-3 hours. The Shovel Knight Showdown tournament because no one else had their hands on it. So I was in that and I won some pins and a shirt. So
Team 17's gonna be there, and they're the creators of Overcooked.
Ooh, Overcooked
Ooh.
tournament. Overcooked.
And their booth is pretty big.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty big booth.
Overcooked got Indie Game of the Year actually from the recent awards. That's pretty cool.
So I think these are some of the games that they're promoting.
Oh, that game.
Rogue
this game,
Heroes. I've heard of that game.
You know that game. If you see gameplay, you'll know what it is.
If Albert's still here, Skybound's going to be there again.
They're gonna have a Tim get together. Is that how you pronounce them?
A Tim get together. All right, I'm not trying to crap on Tim, but like,
I heard it's good, Kyle. I just heard.
I mean, come on.
I heard it's a knockoff of Thing, but I heard it's good though.
I mean, come on.
Tim looks good though.
Yeah, a lot of
Tim
people
does
saying
look
it's
good.
good, man.
Tim does look good. It is a knockoff, but
It just sucks because that's a Pokemon thing. You don't want to see a knockoff being successful, but
It's. I mean, it's not gonna dethrone Pokemon.
nothing with either on Pokemon. But the fact that there's something near it that actually is working a little bit, that's kind of cool, Kyle. If it was on the phone, it would be big right now.
Let's put it this way. I feel like I need to see more from Tim. Like, I need to see like actual like character.
It's on Steam. I'm gonna put it on my computer tomorrow.
It's like, yeah, I know, it's like pre-whatever.
I want to try it because
it's just too expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too expensive for me to try.
Yeah.
So
How much do they ask you
50? I mean, 40.
for a freaking beta?
40 to try?
It's 40. Yeah, it's
Nah,
not try. It's pre.
It's a Founders Edition type joint.
I was like pre-purchase.
Yeah,
I'll try it, man.
you can play it now though.
I'll try it. I want to see. I wish you could play it on the phone though. I don't like playing mobile games, but I wish you could play that on the phone.
It's a high quality game. Like
It is.
It looks really good. So
You remember that game that came out years ago called Spore?
yeah.
That game had
Yeah.
so much hype behind it, and then it came out. People was like, no. So Tim won't go that route. Tim's gonna be pretty good,
Yeah.
even though Kyle hates it.
Was there anything else you
I
guys
feel
want
like
to
I
talk
just need
about?
to play it.
Good job, Xbox. Get out of PAX. I'm still going. I almost didn't want to
Well-
go because you're not gonna be there, but
And that is. I'm just shocked.
Yeah.
I'm really shocked by that. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
they're always
doing.
there.
yeah.
They're
That's-
always there, and now it's gonna look weird when I take the annual picture at the top of the friggin' escalator. to not see a big ass Xbox sign right there.
I don't get why they have like 8 indie games coming out.
No
Sorry.
808s and hot breaks over here.
Yeah, of course not. But at E3 it would be.
Nah, but I mean, even at PAX, that's kind of.
That's very weird. So
It's
weird.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Thanks, Phil.
Anything else that you want to add, Kyle?
So actually, I did see some kind of breaking news.
What that is?
So the Outer Worlds for the Switch is delayed. More delayed news.
No.
Yeah.
That's not a surprise though.
Well,
it's a
all right.
big
So
game.
it says the Outer Worlds delayed on the Switch due to the coronavirus impact. Which is
How does that delay? That's like the Animal Crossing news, Kyle. The Animal Crossing Switch is getting delayed because the coronavirus. So you can't get them cool little Animal
because
Crossing
it's
Switches.
being because think about it, the Switches are developed in China.
That's true. I don't want that shipped to my
And
house and
I'm
then open that
assuming
box.
Corona in your face.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, it says the Outer Worlds publisher Private Division announced on Twitter Thursday that its Nintendo Switch port will be delayed indefinitely.
Dag.
The port is in development through Chinese. This is why Chinese team Virtuous Games, which
That's
has
why.
been closed following the coronavirus outbreak in China. More than 20,000 confirmed cases have been reported, up thousands from only days ago.
This is that.
We're
government
delaying
stuff,
Outer
man.
Worlds and Switches due to the coronavirus impacting the Virtuos team working on the port to provide them enough time to finish development. Private Division tweeted the Outer Worlds was originally slated for its Nintendo Switch release on March 6th. A new date was not given. Private Division said it's working with Virtuous to determine an updated development timeline. A new launch date is expected shortly. So it's unfortunate,
But it's understandable.
but it's totally
Yeah,
understandable.
They literally can't be in the lab like making the freaking.
I mean, they
Switch port.
could, but
I mean, can't we still get the digital? Just saying. Then we would have to.
They
see
got to
it.
develop the digital first of all. So yes, bad but understandable news.
Yeah, true.
yep.
All right. Well, I don't have nothing to say besides I'm on my Switch a lot more.
Why, Rod? Why?
I'm playing the hell out of some Pokemon.
Kyle's gonna look at his picture and throw darts at him.
Can I say the after main game is fucking the bad guys are awful on fucking Pokemon.
All
Like,
right, that's it. I'm starting.
so bad it pisses me off.
A lot of people complain about that, but that's why the DLC is supposed to be the same.
Oh man, it's so fucking bad.
Yeah, a lot of people said
The
that.
two bad guys are awful. Wait till you see. Pissed me off, man. It really pissed me off.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyways, it's worse than Hop, and everyone knows how bad Hop is.
Probably because he's losing. What?
I'm not losing. I'm
Too
kicking
easy
ass.
for him.
Yeah, like the story in Pokemon's mad easy. It's just fucking stupid. You'll see. You'll see, Kyle. Bet you-
21 days until PAX East.
Crazy.
All right, everyone. That's it for us for today. Thank you for joining PCG Live. We will have more news on what we're doing on our schedule for PAX. I want to set a time so that way people know when to watch instead of just winging it. So, and I'm the one that drops the ball on that, so I'm going to be more aggressive and hard on myself. So, we will definitely make sure that happens. So, also, we haven't had it say it. A huge shout out to Kyle for doing a fantastic job at Battle Dome this weekend. If you guys watched the video on main stage, he was the main engineer on main stage for Battle Dome. So.
I want to be here with my brother, man. I had to bring grandma to the hospital, but I want
Yeah.
to be here with my brother because me and Kyle would have been that energy, man. But Kyle, you held it down, brother.
Yeah, fantastic event. It was one of the best Battle Domes that we've had. We had several numbers in a lot of events. We were seeing the high teens in every event, nothing less than the high teens, which is awesome. You know, Eunice, Blaze Blue on stream 2 was fucking awesome and hype as hell. So all around awesome. We are already set a date, May 30th. I believe it's the 30th for Battle Dome 8. So we're going to be ready to go. So, and Battle Dome 8, we haven't released any details, but we will. So, but that's it for today, boys. You can catch us next week, same time, same channel. Hopefully we'll have some bigger news for you guys then. So until then, we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.